Nice. Finally getting my commands to work properly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's funny because I set up like 95% of these commands like 2 or 3 months ago, and I just completely forgot about Nightbot. Yeah, good morning. We're gonna try to hit a lot of stuff today. I'm gonna go through and hit the elemental gods, so I can send over some of those pieces to you. Because I almost forgot about it again. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna send those pieces over to you, and then we're probably gonna hit some of this content again today, because I got my whole separate group. AI controlled streams are here. It's true. Oh fuck, I didn't even realize it's Christmas Eve. Nice. Happy Christmas. Dude. Oh, I'm not ready for the stress of Christmas yet. I was able to box that first mission last night, didn't try the second one. Dude. Impressive. Did you use mercenaries? Or did you just use your regular characters? Because the first mission doesn't really seem too bad, which is nice. It gives me like faith that even I could probably do it at some point. Just like alt-tabbing and controlling a few mercenaries. 5 box pieces too low level. Nice. To be honest with you, we probably would have had that second mission last night. We're just getting... It probably would help if I would box 2 box. I'm just not using any third-party assistant programs. If I could 2 box, I could probably bring in my second mage. That way it takes some of the stress off of Pixel as well. Hey, what's up, Ion? How you doing, man? What's up, MMO viewer? He's almost 110 now. Nice. Dude, I'm doing pretty good. We're just starting up stream for the day. Could I get your opinion on this? Yeah, sure. I'm an open book, man. Yeah, dude, MMO, I'm doing good, man. We're just starting off the day. We're gonna hit some old school EverQuest content. Yes, this is Rogue. I would not mind finding another person or 2 to run with us. 3 boxing, that is just too much. Yeah, in all honesty, Ominous, if we could find like a full group of people to do that with us, it would make it so much easier. Because it's the final part where we have to like run people around from the notes and stuff. Next year's TLP servers? Yeah, dude, definitely. I'm all ears, man. I'm all ears. I'm down to talk about the TLP. What level is your rogue? I'm 125. What do you think about a re-rolling Agnar clone for 1? What do you mean? So just like a fresh Agnar server? Is that the max level? Yes. Yes. Yes, with the current expansion out, level 125 is max. Gets to Pop Era, dumps the characters onto Agnar, and starts all over again. I think that would be a fantastic idea. I think that would be a really, really good idea. Here, let me turn this down just a little bit, because Chrome is... There we go. Was an Agnar a pop lock server? It is ominous, but it's forever locked at pop, and the aspect of like there's no re-rolling to it, like Ion was just talking about. MMO, you're giving me AI vibes. Is it's still a pop lock server as far as I know? It is, yeah. I think the idea of it being re-rolled, like, so say if they did it at a slower pace where it was like every 6 months another expansion launched, and then once they get up to pop, they give you like a year or maybe even 6 months of grinding, and then they dump the characters to Agnar, and then they start all over again. I think a lot of people who like pop would be really, really happy with that. Seems to be one of the big features that a lot of people are so happy with Quarm, is because it's so slow paced that they don't have to feel rushed. The other server, I'd like your opinion, is experimental. Yeah, guess a new one would be okay at some point. Then they could merge the two, but not for the 25th anniversary. It really needs to be something special. I think Ion was mostly meaning just the idea of it being experimental and the fact that it's forever re-rolling. Yeah, Ion, I think that's what we talked about last time when we were talking about the new server, is that it being basically Mischief and Oakwind combined with the first two encounter, the randomized loot, the free trade. The only thing I would say that needs to be stacked on top of that is the bonuses need to be really, really upped. So instead of being like plus 25%, the bonuses need to start off at like 200%. You haven't played EverQuest in a number of years. So how long we talking here, MMO? We talking like 10, 15 years? Because that seems to be the general thing for people. Happy Christmas Eve, Void. Hey, Fluffy, how you doing, man? Happy Christmas Eve. But yeah, that's my thought process. Is I think that would be really cool. Mischief plus Oakwind plus Rizlona, also one for boxers and one for non. That would be cool if they dropped two versions of it. I have to check the expansion list to remember. Yeah, we're up to 30 expansions now, MMO. The thing with random loot and encounter locking, I don't see kill stealing and bot crews to be a problem. Exactly, because if it's first to encounter and the randomized loot and the extra picks and stuff like that, then you won't have people throwing a name out there. You won't have people going out there camping Raster. You won't have people going out there to camp, Nagathan or spawn camping certain enemies. If it's all randomized, then it doesn't matter. So why not do Mischief plus Oakwind plus Rizlona? I mean, if they did one for one, like one is all boxing and one is true box, then I think you'd make both crowds of people happy. I wish that they utilized the technology kind of like World of Warcraft does, where, say, if they're on two different servers, you might still see the other people in person in game because they're all connected via shard. I think that would make it quite a bit better. But unfortunately, I don't think EverQuest has the technology for that. Ooh, nice. We finally got the hand-to-hand here. And where's the Essence of Wind? That's what we need. We actually don't need... Oh, the element Defiant. Dropping from a god. Okay. Of Wind. But yeah, I think that would be cool. I mean, either one, like you said, an Agnar server that's like eternally re-rolling so people can get that kind of fix. I think that would be nice. But I think the experimental servers, like we talked about, would be really, really the hit. Oakwind plus Mischief plus like the FE experience bonus. And then if they have a second server, maybe that's for boxing crews, I think would be really cool. I hope they do both, yeah. They should do like WoW with LFG, puts you in a queue and auto makes groups, then puts that group in their own dungeon. with respawns and nade mobs. Honestly, Fluffy, if they could do something like that and add like a dungeon crawling queue for us, I think that would be really cool. Say you're in Kelethan and you're level 15 and you click, join dungeon crawl, and then it takes you all and it ports you to Unrest. And then you have that entire Unrest instance to go through, and it's like an LDON almost. Yeah, like EverQuest 2, I guess you could say. It'd be cool if it would just take you all, teleport you to your dungeon, you have your own instance. That way, number one, you don't really have to worry about running everywhere, but it gives you your own instance. House of Thule was the last expansion I played entirely. Oh, so you actually still played pretty late into the game, MMO. You don't sit at camp in EverQuest 2 dungeons, you do crawls and connect all servers too. The fact that if it connected servers, then it wouldn't matter, which I think would be really, really cool. If they connected servers, that would be fantastic. So if you had some buddies over on Antonius Bale, which is basically an all but dead server, they could join up with people on Fariana V. And if loot drops, it's still technically tradable among those people in group. They do that connected server thing in WoW, yeah. They did the same thing in like Final Fantasy 14 as well. Things like that would make the game feel so much more alive. So rather than connecting to a pool of 300 people, you're connecting to a pool of 10,000 people. It's all people from 3 to 4 other servers in WoW Classic. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of how they do Final Fantasy 14. Is like you have data centers, and each data center has like 10 crystals on it. Which that would be really, really nice. I just don't... I don't know, they've surprised me every single year. I didn't think they would do something like First to Encounter, and they did it. I didn't think they would do something like alternate personas, and they've done it. So maybe they'll do something like this. Something like that. That'd be really cool. But like a queuable dungeon finder system would be so beneficial for EverQuest. Especially if they added like LDONs into that mix. And then you could just join up, you'd get like a daily bonus. It would take you and throw you into the queue. That way it's still socializing. Asmon was talking about dungeon finders. I think Asmon in general seems to be, from what I can tell, he seemed to be against dungeon finders. At least last time he was talking about Wrath of the Lich King Classic, because he talked about how he liked the fact that there is no dungeon finder in the game. Need more LDONs too, yeah. People complained about them existing. Yeah, and I've never understood that. I like it because I'm fucking lazy. And people complained that they didn't have them in the New World. Yeah. God, New World is massive, man. I don't know if you've ever played it, Ion, but it is massive. Rasmus thinks people want dungeon finders by default now, and I would agree. For convenience these days, LDN was fun, but not enough benefit with the dungeons at the end. Yeah. And I 100% agree, man. If we're trying to appeal to a new base of players to get them to come to games, otherwise all the MMOs right now are kind of splitting all the currently experienced MMO players. If you actually want to pull in a new demographic of younger player base, you're going to have to make things more convenient. I mean, shit, if you think about like TikTok and uh, like even Fortnite and stuff like that, kids can hop into games and play for 10 minutes and feel like they've done something. In EverQuest, hopping in for 10 minutes is like, okay, so I got buffs in guild lobby, Now that I have buffs, I can go to the zone that I want to, and I can turn my LFG tag on, and I can hopefully find someone to group with. That's, I mean, if you want to get new people into the game, you're gonna have to gonna have to make things a bit more convenient. If you're trying to get like a new player base, that is. If you're trying to get like WoW players to join EverQuest, then good luck. If you're trying to get, EverQuest Andes to join World of Warcraft who've hated it their whole life, good luck. All the FPS games are basically dungeon finder queues. Yeah. Fortnite is not about the game, it's about hanging out and chatting, which was EverQuest back in the day. Yeah. Did we... Where's the big guys at? Oh, there he is. Where... I feel like we missed one somewhere unless I killed it on accident. Another idea, I'd like your opinion. Yeah, shoot. Black Flame, there we go. That's the clicky we want. The PvP crowd is small but very loud. Yeah, that they are. It would be cool if they did throw like a single bone to the PvP crowd. Just something. There's no way to balance PvP and MMOs except... Hello, Mr. 24-hour streamer. Hello there, elsewhere. Pay no attention to the actual time frame of the stream here. I've actually been playing all day. What if the devs use the Shroud monster system? The only problem with that, Ion, is I'm pretty sure the Shroud system that they ported over to Personas is... I don't think that really exists in the game anymore. Pick a monster Shroud and load up in the arena to PvP. EQ is not a game for PvP, it's just horrible. What's a good spot to level around 110 without missions? I mean, Ion... I mean, I think it would be cool if they did something like that. If it's something that's like already pretty readily available in the game, I think that would be really cool. But I'm pretty sure that like what the Shroud system was is what they just used to craft into Personas. So maybe they could do something like that. 110. Let me think here. 110 without missions. I mean, Frontier Mountains would probably be pretty good as well. Any of the Ring of Scale content would probably be pretty good. I think around 110. I think I was killing... That's a tough one, man. Without any missions. Because if you step foot into Claws of Ishan and Torment of Valius, those things are just going to be super over-tuned. So, yeah, probably the Ring of Scale stuff would probably be the best option for you at 110. Frontier Mountains would probably be good. I think there's a couple of dungeons you can kind of crawl into as well. But honestly, Ion, I do have to agree that I think it would be cool if the PvP crowd got something, because who knows when the last time was that they got anything. at least on EverQuest 1. Those demon models are sweet, they are. It's one of the few illusions in the game I still wish that I could get. I'd be really happy if they made that an illusion. They also use the OG Solisek row model for the soldiers. Yeah, that makes sense. The face. I mean, they still kind of look like it. They took it and molded it a little bit. Probably similar to how they did the Avatar War, because they originally wanted that to be like the Rallo set graphic. And obviously it was upgraded by the time we got Planes of Power. Ion's always working on something. He's got the big time videos. Is he with the baby? Well, congratulations though, man. The PvP on every server, they could all just pick a server and go to any arena and fight. There's like 6 people who want PvP. It would just be a waste of a server for them to sink money into giving another Zek server. Even if they didn't make it a server, even if they did it something kind of like what we were just talking about, where you could like queue up and it would port you to a dungeon as a group, they could do something similar for PvP. Or say, even if there's like 100 people who want a PvP across all servers, they can basically take them all and put them in a little queue, and they can let them PvP each other, especially if they wanted to use shrouds or stuff like that as well. They could give them something without having to invest a full server into it. Alliance versus Horde and EverQuest, yeah. And then Ixar is just mutually hated by everybody. There's an arena on test too. They could all do that, yeah. I miss the old school Bazaar and the old school Bazaar arena. Yeah, Ixar just mutually hated by everybody. Should be Vashir too. Hey, we got another Dagger of Fire. Mask. There is our elemental piece. But yeah, I mean, back to the servers and stuff that we were discussing, man. I always, like, I say I always, but the last couple of months or so, that's been my theory that it's going to be some sort of a Mischief and Oakwyn hybrid. That's why I feel like every year that they're releasing some new additional way to modernize the game. But for the 25th anniversary, it's got to be big. It really, really has to be big. I think it would be a pretty massive letdown after all the blunders and PR fails, yeah. Well, and also, Mischief has been out for almost 3 years now, so a lot of people, myself included, would like to start from the beginning again, because I'm not a big fan of where Mischief is at right now. Like, I'm happy because House of Thule is about to be out, but Mischief feels so top heavy. They need to rebuild good faith, yeah. But yeah, it's just it's too far along for me. I would like to go through, and I really want to see Mischief turned up and Oakwyn turned up to like 10. As this whole, you get 25% extra AA XP and stuff like that just doesn't really seem, it doesn't seem to grab my attention enough to make me want to remove my focus from Fury and V. 10 times the loot mischief. You know, not quite 10, but it would be nice if it had the randomized loot, but it also had the extra bonus of, free trade and extra EXP and extra all that good stuff. It would be also great if they banned Zayd from the new server. Him and his toxic guild would be great for the server. Unfortunately, I mean, there are going to be people who you don't like, obviously. Zayd isn't a problem with raid instancing. I mean, raid instancing and stuff like that fixes a lot of the problems. It would never happen. Would love to see a server where Chrono is banned for the first 2 expansions. Drama kind of makes a server interesting. That's also it, too. I mean, it's going to turn some people away, obviously. But that's another reason why I would like the 2-server system, or instead of like one server being different than the other, it would be nice if, I mean, aside from boxing, if they drop 2 servers at once, like one for boxing, one for non-boxing. That way, if there's a community of people that you don't like on one, you can go to the other. Because I would also like to box from the beginning. Shit, I would love to box from the beginning. Leave one Quam raid. Ominous, you crack me up, man. You can never prevent Chrono on a server. You would just allow griefing scammers. Give me Chrono on live for 10k plat here. What I'm here for, man. Yeah. I mean, I can safely say they would never, ever, ever bring Ace a server that doesn't allow Chrono on it. There's no way. Boxing, heck yeah. See, that's the thing is, especially in the lower levels, you can box and do like your own content. And I mean, you guys have seen me. I'll hop in and I'll play for 3 or 4 hours and I'm done. I was pre-testing boxing for the new TLP, whatever. But boxing, it would make me so happy if I could box from like classic. I could have like my 3 characters. I wouldn't have to choose between one or the other. I could do my rogue, which I know would suck because rogues suck in classic. But if we had randomized loot, then it wouldn't necessarily be as bad. I could do my druid for teleports and all that good stuff, and I could do like another caster. I could probably do a cleric or maybe a like a mage or something that would just be really easy to box. But even just allow relaxed true boxing where I can play 3 characters. I'd be really happy with that. I love figuring out what character combos work the best, yeah. And for classic, that's another reason I would like to see some sort of a mix-up, is I'm kind of tired of hearing about all the mid-maxers doing basically like 3 enchanters, a cleric, or sorry, like 3 mages, an enchanter, or 2 enchanters and a cleric or stuff like that. That is boring as fuck. They all have trade-offs, yeah. Love the synergies between certain classes, yeah. I would really like to see them actually adjust melee classes from the beginning, so it's not just 1,500 monks, a whole bunch of enchanters and mages, and like a handful of druids. Rebalance the game, yeah. It'd be really cool if they did like a nice little rebalance, because like rogues and warriors, for example, could really use some love in Classic. My first 2 box was Beast Druid, and always thought the weakness of one was made up by the other. Very centered. Yeah, yeah. Monks are way too high disproportional DPS. Oh shit. Here. Make EverQuest great again. My Nightbot did not like what you said. Ominous. Will you do Plane of Time? Yes, we're definitely gonna hit Plane of Time here in a minute. Ominous, that cracks me up here. He did not my Nightbot did not like you saying make EverQuest great again. This is stupid far left Nightbot. I'm sorry, that's pretty good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna hit Planet Time. He's saying things about going balls deep is okay, but anything in caps bad equals kick. I'm sorry, Ominous, man. I just got him to join finally. Classes don't really need balance that well until Lucklin the earliest. They don't really get balanced, yeah. Well, because, like, around Lucklin is whenever rogues are pretty good because there's finally good weapons. And same goes for warriors. But it could definitely use a rebalance. What's the latest expansion? You think you could solo the raids? I mean, now with the DPS upgrades and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure I could do level 100 content. I just have to go through and get myself keyed for it and do it. Rangers don't have any identity until AAs, yeah. When they get True Shot, RCC level caps get fixed in Lucklin. Lucklin Pop is when Rangers and Archery really give them an identity, yeah. Like watching, there's another streamer, Pitted. I'll watch him, and it's funny because like him just auto-firing as a Ranger is almost always like some of the top DPS in his raid. It's actually kind of ridiculous. But Rangers should maintain that like ranged DPS feel. Paladins get their best aggro spell. What is that? The cease and desist stuns? Yeah. I'd really love to see a rebalance in the system. A lot gets fixed in Lucklin, which is a shame because it's a whole, for TLPs, that's a whole, 6 months later. Until then, my rogue is just to sit and cry in the corner. Paladins did well with Lucklin and Pop, Divine Stun, and Slay Undead, real class defining AAs. One of the things I think they could do that would really beneficially help rogues in the low level is let them backstab with swords. If they added swords into the mix, then it would kind of remove the cap of piercing weapons in lower levels. It wouldn't just be like, here's this crappy dagger that's like damage 9, delay 20. That's the best you're going to get. And then the epic 2, the 1.0, which is like damage 15, delay 25. Yeah, they're exactly 0 good daggers in Classic. Allow backstabs with both hands, not just main hand. That would be beneficial too. But if it was like you're using 2 swords and you could backstab with the sword, that would be beneficial. I mean, shit, my rogue at 125 now, if I take my daggers off, I can still backstab. I can still flurry and hit and get sudden, like, major, really high crits without daggers equipped. If they just kind of did that from low level and Classic, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But there are so many things they could do to actually kind of rebalance the system a little bit. If they don't want to give us like an Oakwood and Mischief mixture server, it'd be cool if they had like a fully rebalanced class system in Classic. Because I think that would bring a lot of people in instead of being like, oh look, so the best way for me to play is to be a mage, and that's the end of the story. My dad also got banned playing Rogue back in the day. How so? Was he cheating? One of the things I remember rogues used to be able to do is you could get the Ton Pose Mystical Pouch from Planes of Power, and you could summon the shurikens, and you could glitch it and put them in primary. He pickpocketed ice giants and there was a guy killing them. See, he's just role-playing then. He shouldn't have gotten banned. Got reported to a GM. I'm sorry, but that's priceless. He's just role-playing. He shouldn't have gotten banned for that. That's 100% just role-playing. Might be nice to not see monks as the only melee for classic and Kunark, but he was just using the ability in the game, and he's right. I'm sorry, but that's just role-playing. He shouldn't have gotten banned for that. Let him go with the warning. Book not up. Roleplay as a rogue is another way of saying screw everyone else. Not necessarily. Hey, Elsewhere, we were just talking about how bad rogues are in Classic. Let us have pickpocket if we can't do any damage. Let us be scoundrels. In every other game, like if you think of like the Forgotten Realms book series, rogues are always kind of like scoundrels. And I fucking I know music is a little bit different this time, but I have a Shadows of Lucklin soundtrack playlist going. I'm really enjoying this. Rogue Guildmaster are all hidden. There you go. That would be funny if they were all like Stanos for the Rogue Epic 1.0. To find them, you have to like secretly say code words and passwords to get them to spawn. Stuff like that was so cool back in the day. Like you go all the way through Highhold Keep and you're like, I need to see Stanos. Except for Barbarian and Dark Elf. True, yeah. But that was back whenever the game had like some reason, I guess, to roleplay. Oh my god, loud. Remember the OG Furion V server? Uh, I can safely say that I don't. I didn't join FV until 2020. One character only language is more of a barrier. Oh yeah. Yeah, because there's no common tongue on FE. My first FE character was when you can only have one character and trivial loot code existed. See, sounds like you're both talking about the same thing then. I didn't realize it used to only be one character. That was definitely before my time. I think we got all these guys dead. What do you mean, Ion? If the mob Hans radio, it doesn't drop loot. Oh. Brad McQuaid wanted to limit alt, sort of. Oh, okay. Merry Christmas. Hey, Hulk, you too, man. Force you to play one character and really invest in it. Man, I have been playing FV all wrong then. I have had the altitis here for a long time. I will say this though, Personas has really made me invest a lot more time and effort into a single character than ever before. Because beforehand, when I wanted to play like a level 1 character again, I would just start one up, get it to 75, take the loot off of it, and then delete it and do it again. Now with Personas, I can really invest time and effort into a single character again. I'm like, oh man, I really miss leveling in Dawnshroud Peaks. Let me just make a new Persona. Are you going to be the first 125 everything? Oh, definitely not. I'm pretty sure there's already one guy who's got that. Because some people, they used heroic character boost for all their personas. So that right off the bat, they just unlocked everything and used heroic character boost for all of them. Got them all up to 100, and then they could probably just macro quest their way to 125. I'm sure it's already been done. Personas throw an interesting wrench into TLPs, which is another reason why I'm so excited to see what the 25th anniversary is, and how Personas kind of mix into that. This was my plan for 3 box. Let me see here. What did we get? Mail of Storms. I mean, you can loot no drop stuff for classes other than your own and use it Persona. Yeah. Start with OB classes, mages. Oh, you level up to max and you use that character to farm the no drop items. Is that where this is going? If that's where this is going, then I am already not a fan. Because, I mean, it makes sense because you're playing the game in the most efficient way possible. Especially if you get, like, say you have a couple characters, level 50 mages already, and you're just farming, and you're like, oh shit, so now I have all the pieces I need to get my rogue epic already. Use the mages to farm the twink items for your actual classes. So it sounds like what they might do, what they should do, is make persona or class locked items where you can only loot those items as a specific class. Instead of being like no drop in any class can loot it, like only a rogue can loot this item. Ideal crew is Pal, Shaman, Bard. Mages can farm Ghoulbane quest early. It definitely adds an interesting twist to the game. Ghoulbane and Unrest is amazing, yeah. It adds a really interesting twist to how you could probably perceive the game and how you can plan ahead for it, as opposed to thinking like, okay, so my group is going to be 4 mages, an enchanter, and a cleric. We're all going to get to max, and that's it. Now it could be like you could kind of, I guess you could stick with that, level up to max, and immediately start switching personas and use those classes to farm really good items. Man, that's I would go Paladin, Magician, Shaman. That would be better, but I gotta play Bard. Yeah, isn't Bard like your normal go-to, Ion? I love playing some Bard, to be honest. And it's funny because I never really gave Bard a chance for the longest time. But Bards are a lot of fun. I have to, even when Enchanter is better. Yeah. Bards have turned out to be a lot of fun. Another quirk of personas. With the introduction of AP, created a bard a few days ago on a paladin character. Hopefully, they can share a lot of the equipment, rip bag space. I mean, if it's like plate with plate, it's not that big of a deal, right? Hey, what's up, Big Soap? How you doing, man? So, say you got an erudite one and a wood elf on another. You could origin to either side of the world. You could. I mean, you really, really could. Which I think, again, is going to be another really interesting thing on the new server, the new TLP, whatever it is. It's going to be really, really interesting to think about the people who have like all personas unlocked and they make one of each of the different races. So whenever they want to go to Kelethin, they switch personas real quick, boom, teleport on over. They're already there. They get the stuff they need to switch persona to the class they wanted. It's going to be really interesting. Too bad Zayd is done with Retail EverQuest. Would be awesome now. See, I mean, I don't think he might be done with it for now, Big So. But you and I both know if a new TLP drops with some like legendary rules, he's gonna be there. I was planning on leveling a Druid persona for ports if the 3-box origins are close. The inability to swap outside cities wouldn't matter. Exactly. Well, if you have the Druid or the Wizard ports for the zones that don't necessarily have starting cities, then you're already kind of surpassing that problem anyways. You know what I mean? If you have like the origins for the other cities, then it's not that big of a deal. Except epics. I thought it was pretty cool how they actually like moved epics to their own lore groups now. So now you can get the epics on each one of your personas, and that's going to be one of the first things I'm definitely going to be working on once I get all of my personas at least to like level 100. Is because I've only ever done, I want to say, 4 different epics. There's a lot of the epics I've never done. So I'm really excited to go through and do like the Bard epic for the first time. I'm really excited to do the Mage epic and all that stuff for the first time. It'd be really cool if they gave you an achievement, like once you get all max level and all the epics done, that you get like an achievement for like, oh, you've done all the epics. For the toughest epic, if you ask me. It's hard, but Mage. Oh, is a Mage epic pretty hard? I thought full main all the staffs. Oh yeah. There's a specific fight in the end that took me a while to get done. Is that Dragon Necropolis? Catch Keep can just go away, and even then Finny might not drop the items. Yeah. Honestly, you guys know my opinion on Catch Keep already. If you've been here a while, fuck that place. I hated Quillmane. Mm-hmm. See, I loved Quillmane. Quillmane is one of my earliest, most fond memories of like farming to get the Pegasus cloak and all the illusions and stuff as a rogue. There are so many of those fond memories of camping that I think a lot of people disliked about the game, but I honestly enjoyed. Yeah, just so toxic. Agreed. There's always a chrono farm crew that logs in every 8 to 12 hours. How difficult is the Vashir mask for a rogue bard to get? Dude, it's not hard at all, man. It's one of the easiest camps for farming because almost nothing really attacks you. You just have to, there's one guy that spawns it for this placeholder for the Shisar Assassin. You can literally just kill it, back up, hide and sneak, and you just sit there. Every 20 minutes or something. I played when you used to be able to get dispel charms. Oh, it used to be able to dispel charms. Wait, you can't dispel charms anymore? That just goes to show how little attention I pay now. Ooh, we got the sword. When you DPS raced in Kedge, you would dispel their swirl spines. Oh. That got nasty. So they could charm an enemy and you could dispel the charm off the enemy? Oh, that would be chaos. How's a god killing any bard stuff? Hey! What's going on, Creeping? We're doing good, man. Here, this is the last of the elemental gods, so we're about to hit Plane of Time. I'm gonna send these pieces over to Ominous real quick, and then we're gonna hit Plane of Time. Bards were evil and for the Cyclopses, yeah. Man, there's another classic zone. Ocean of Tears, man. And Timorous Deep. Both of those zones. Ocean of Tears, dude. A lot of zones that I didn't spend much time in back in the day, but I kind of feel like I missed out. You want any item in particular? Yes. The mace, please. If you can, if you make the mace for me, please, Ominous. And then if you want to send that to Enchantees, you can dispel someone charming it, charm it yourself, and run away. Oh, that's toxic. Send it to the right person this time. You got it. Phase 1 of 2. Plane of Time is so annoying going in. Yeah. It's honestly, it's super slow and boring. Sliver. See? You see it right here. Sliver. My least favorite nerf as of late was mezzing. I'm not familiar. You can't mez Finny or Drusella anymore? Oh. I guess it makes sense. They're raid bosses. Technically, right? You can mezlock them, drain all their mana, and then it's a tank and spank. Oh. Oh, here. I need to buy some new gate potions. Major Tran. An interesting way to do the fights, and they nerfed it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's something I never would have thought of. It inspired me yesterday to cook V. Threw down some homage brownies with homemade frosting and mini ganache, the lady's favorite treat. So we will see how nice. That sounds awesome, man. I cooked a full-fledged Thanksgiving feast yesterday, dude, and I'm so happy I did because I had done the cooking for my family like the last 2 or 3 Christmases and Thanksgivings. And it sucks because there's so many people over that I constantly just don't have any leftovers, and leftovers is part of my favorite thing for Thanksgiving. Like shit, dude, I want to eat my amalgamation of turkey and mashed potatoes and dressing for 3 days. But instead, everyone had constantly eaten everything, and I never had a chance to have leftovers. It's frustrating as fuck. Okay, let me get my buffs back on real quick, and we're gonna run Planet Time. Pro tip: put NyQuil and the cranberry sauce to stop family. And it sucks because it's basically just me and the kids that like cranberry sauce. Like me and my niece and my nephew, we fucking love cranberry sauce, but we're the only ones who eat it. To get my family to basically shut up for arguments and stuff, I'd have to put it like in the Brussels sprouts. If you don't have leftovers, you didn't cook enough food. Oh, it's just the turkey. That's why you're tired. Man, the turkey's really potent this year, guys. Or whiskey to amp up the fighting. Yep. Yep. Ominous, that's typically my thought process. That we just simply didn't cook enough food, but I feel like the last couple of times we've cooked almost a 20-pound turkey, and like it's those giant foil trays, aluminum foil trays that you can cook like dressing and stuff in. I would cook that, but now instead of Thanksgiving and Christmas just being like me, my brother, and like his wife and kids and my parents, it's like their entire extended family. Do they have recreational yet in OK past last year in Missouri? No, just medicinal still. Gonna install EverQuest and check it out again. Nice. Welcome back, man. If you cook it, they will eat it. Yep. Oh, here, let me. I think we are still good on these buffs, but yeah, we're good on buffs. MMO, welcome back to EverQuest, man. I hope you enjoy your stay. It's permanent. Okay, I've had enough of Luckland music. EverQuest, Lanes of Power music. There we go. Planes of Power music. We're good to go. Happy holidays. Love the stream. Hey, Consequences. Thanks for stopping by, man. Happy holidays as well, man. They just opened at Buc-ee's here. Oh, you guys got a Buc-ee's finally? You guys got a Buc-ee's before we did. Like if I want to go to Buc-ee's, I have to go all the way down to Dallas. Granted, it's like 3.5 hours, but it's funny. Springfield, Missouri now. Lucky. You, Dallas, yeah. Yep. It's funny because my best friend, his mother-in-law and her entire family, whenever they want like a day trip, they'll literally just pack the family up and go to Dallas for the day just to go to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's does something brilliant. Well, yeah, man. They're they're not just like a gas station. It's like a giant convenience store merged with the restaurant, merged with a uh what's the word I'm looking for? Like a Cracker Barrel as far as like the merchandise and memorabilia. Pre-made the food and leave it out for you to grab. Mm-hmm. It's like the ultimate fast food convenience store gas station amalgamation. You don't think before you purchase. Yep, you just grab it. Oh, here, let me get everyone out of this real quick. Now we can grab it. Ah, there we go. Any good Claire cameras drop from time? Yes. Very much so. There is Hammer of Hours, and I think Hammer of Hours is the free, and then there's Hammer of Holy Vengeance. Yeah, Hammer of Holy Vengeance is the cleric hammer. It's 25/25, and it procs more often than other weapons, but it procs a group heal. So clerics at the time they would just get all the weapon procs, and they would just melee, and they would keep the group alive. It's massive. They would literally turn them into paladins. Yep. Hammer of Holy Vengeance. I'm pretty sure I've got one on this character, actually. No, not on this guy. Holy... No, none for sale. That's kind of surprising. I know I've got one. Summon a Hammer of Damnation on my account 3 hammer. Gave it to my account 1, and it was silly. Doesn't proc until 50. Yeah, clerics back in the day with the Hammer of Holy Vengeance would just be absolute slayers. Like that in Time's Antithesis. The good old shaman slow clicky. It gets undead at something like 28-18 at level 1. Trying to think, what's the best cleric hammer you could use at level 1? 375% short slow cast? Yup. Let's do ratio, class, cleric, 1, primary. Those are all one-hand blunt. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess this one's pretty good. The Divine Hammer, but that'll piss you off if you keep getting divined. Let's see here. Black Star, Mace of Night. Oh, yeah. This is like the original Hammer of Holy Vengeance. The Black Star Mace of Night that you can use at level 1. It's not quite as good, but it's the effect that's still pretty good. And it procs at level 1 too, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we even got one of those yesterday. We did. Yeah, I got one of these yesterday elsewhere. The DA hammer. Yeah, the DA hammer is nice, but like I said, it'll piss you off if you're if you're trying to actively melee and it keeps making you immune and then you can't melee at all. Elsewhere, if you want that, let me know. I'll send it over to you. Can you either buy it or can I grab one? Not the DA one, the 100-point proc one? Yep, I got you. I'll send it to you. What expansion is Oakwind on? So Oakwind is on Luckland, and as of I think it's January 6th, they're going to be on Pop. Sorry, January 4th. Make Palais the best ramp tank? Yep. Especially for, I think it was King Tormax in Avatar of War. So MMO, they're on Luckland for about the next week and a half. After that, they will be on Plains of Power. I have been using, but I have to summon one each play session. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll send this to you. You'll be set, dude. It's really efficient for groups because, like I said, I'm pretty sure that effect procs on level 1 as well. That illusion bums me out. Why is that? But EverQuest install would be larger with all the expansions. Nope. It's still only, what, like 12, 13 gig now? It's not like World of Warcraft where it's like 64 gig or Final Fantasy 14 that's almost 100 now. Why doesn't AON do the old Skelly model? That is also something I wish they would change back. I really wish that they would go to the old school skeleton. That and also the fire skeleton. The old werewolf for sure. 100% agree with you. The old werewolf. What is that cleric hammer of yours called so I can look it up on Zam? Black Star? Or are we talking the Hammer of Holy Vengeance? But I agree. Ion, the old skeleton and the old werewolf for sure. This is what it's called here. Elemental. Black Star. Mace of Night. Drops from one of the dragons in TOV. Old Skelly illusion on a monk is just perfect. Yeah, because it does the round kick. You're welcome. That's why I was so happy when I got this illusion. Yep. And the instruments on it too. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite graphics. There's a lot of charm that the old school graphics had that the new school versions don't really have. They look kind of derpy, especially the Draken animations. The Erudite Loot Crate, yes. Yep, and right now we currently have the boss shear for about the next 24 days. Come on, teleport me. There we go. I really wish they would do something for like the New Year's like they did a few months back, where they unlock all the current crates available again. Because that's when I saw the flood of like Vexar graphic, Ice Giant graphic, this skeleton graphic as well. I don't like the RNG chances in the crates. Oh my god. To give you some perspective, Ion, I did a video on it, but when I was trying to get this dragon illusion about a year and a half ago, when I was trying to get this, I spent over $300 trying to get this dragon, and I still didn't get it. I'd pay $20 if I could outright buy it. Exactly. There are some things I wish I could just outright buy. Yeah. 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 It was not good, man. I felt so ashamed of myself afterwards. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have even felt good if I did get the illusion after spending $300, but I just felt worse because I was more ashamed that I didn't have it. I was like, fuck, 300 and nothing to show for it. Just have a guarantee you'll get it. Yeah. I hope games these days turn more away from the randomness and let you just outright buy what you want, even if it's a higher price tag. You have a chrono? Hell yeah. If you're on FE and you have a chrono, don't sell that thing for less than 7.5 million. You're gonna have people who are like, "Oh, so buy it for 7?" No, 7.5 million, bottom dollar. If you plan on selling it, that is. If you want to use it, yeah, 7 million. It was 4 million last year. Yeah, on FV, Chrono up before the expansion was all the way up to 11 million. You used it, fair enough. Well, now you've got auto grant AAs. Make sure you just click auto grant, and you'll auto grant all the way up to 115 every time you level. So say you hit level 110, it'll auto grant you all those AAs, all the way up to 115. I would have given my left nut to be able to buy them at 4 again. Yeah. Never really bought Chrono off third party, but it seems worth it. I would be really careful with it, Ion. I'd be really, really careful with it, man. I saw a lot of people getting banned off third parties. $11 a month sub. I keep this account fully activated and subbed through Daybreak because I get the perks also. But I would try Oakwind. Oakwind's going to be the way to go for you, man. Oakwind is like hands down the most populated TLP server. $9.99 if you pay for a year at a time. That would be smart for me to do that, Ominous. The problem is I never know if I'm going to be fully playing for a year. It would have been smart if I had known how long I was going to play the game when I returned. Turn that down just a little bit. Definitely got to get the D-level perk in Classic. Yeah. The D-level perk and the Merchant's perk, for sure, because you get the extra bag slots. So on like Classic TLPs, you'll still get 10 slots as opposed to 12. The Merchant's perk is so useful. I only sub for 1 month at a time, do everything I want in an expansion, and then wait till next content. I think a lot of people play like that. Ever since I came back in 2020, I've been really consistent about sticking around. I I always feel like I'm going to end up taking a break at some point, but then something happens and it just reels me back in. Boxing makes it, oh, it's very expensive. If you want to keep all like more than one account active, they can get really expensive. But to be honest with you, Ominous, I'm probably going to do a year sub again, especially with the 25th anniversary coming up. I don't see myself quitting anytime soon. Or talk to a gnome in a trench coat for $10 a month. Yeah. What was I just saying about black market chrono? The EXP bonus right off the bat is worth it, in my opinion. The 5% EXP bonus, massive. They just fall off the back of a truck. Yeah. Yep. Some friend of mine made $200 selling a semi-raid looted warrior in Classic. Jesus. That's pretty good money. These days, I wonder what I could sell my rogue for. With all the illusions and everything that I have on this guy, and the Epic 2.0 and the achievements and stuff. Especially with personas. Oh my god, personas are going to make characters so much more expensive. Going to quit anyway, so why not sell? 100%. You made a mage? Nice, dude. You went with a good class. Super solo efficient, too. Thousands on you? Yeah. First tune I sold was my Raid Geared Warrior, and Pop made 6,500. Jesus, dude. My original account that me and my brother shared back in the day that had my original rogue named Sexy Barb, because it was a barbarian. We had a rogue named Sexy Barb. We had my druid called Ariana. And both of them, I want to say, were 65. And whenever we sold that account, I want to say I think we made $1,600. I wish I could get my original account back. I really wish I could get my original account back. But last time I checked, when I was looking at like character stats, I saw that the character was still going. They'd buy your character and they'd only play for 3 hours. How the heck do I control this 120? Yep. Every time. They'd be like, man, this is not the game that I remember. Why do I have so many buttons? What are all these 15 different abilities? Why are there AAs I buy that I have to buy again? These glyph AAs, I don't understand them. Why are they so expensive? Why do my spells cost 10,000 platinum per spell? It's funny. Anytime like a player comes in chat and talks about coming back to the game, they're like, "Oh, should I just make one of my characters heroic?" No, don't do it. Do not do it. Don't make a character heroic unless you're already familiar with how an 85 or a level 100 plays. Which spells cost 10k platinum. Like the level 120 plus spells, I'm pretty sure are like 10,000 or if not more. When I bought spells on my druid, they were almost like 10,000 a pop, I'm pretty sure, for Lorien's Song. And that's just the rank 1 spells. There's rank 2 and rank 3 versions of them. Did you play Mischief? Yes, I did play on Mischief for about 4 months last year. Whenever Gates of Discord just dropped through Omens of War. The reagent cost, not the spell cost. Oh no, the actual spell itself. Seems like it'd be cheap and easy to get gear out alts or clickies you really want. It was. I did get quite a few of the clickies on my rogue. Like I got almost, I'm pretty sure all the classic illusions and clickies and stuff like that that I could get. I even went through and did the epic 1.0 on him. But my rogue I got to, I want to say 73 because I tried playing again this year. And I got him a couple levels and I lost interest again really quick. Mischief is a really great place to gear out if you box. Now that you can actually box on it is one of the reasons I've been tempted to go back and play. Because I want to do stuff like this again on Mischief, but I want to see like how fun it is to kill Avatar of War and watch him drop like 13 items from Temple of Ishan. Stuff like that I would really like to be able to go do. I just haven't spent the time to go back and level up a box crew. So I can. Pretty awesome, yeah. I would love to do it. It's one of my plans. I really want to do it so I can kind of add that into my rotation every single week, especially for like streaming purposes. I've done that on my 2 characters, Warrior Cleric. Yeah. How far have you tried third-party programs? To be 100% honest with you, Ion, I have tried MacroQuest in the past. I want to say 3 years ago, whenever I came back, I gave MacroQuest a try because I didn't have any sort of a community built. I didn't have any friends to play with. So the only way that I could do a lot of the content was by using third-party programs. I used ISBoxer for quite a while afterwards because I thought MacroQuest was a little bit too invasive and I didn't want to get banned. And then I just ended up I didn't use ISBoxer anymore. I had I want to say the last 2 years that I've played, I haven't used any third-party programs. Again, because I really just don't want to get banned. Especially with like the cost of my character and all the stuff that I have now. It'd be a real shame to get banned. Vanilla Macro Quest makes sense once you get to level 70s and a bajillion AA abilities, especially, yeah. Like, God forbid you're playing a druid these days. All the, all the, everything that you have, it's way too much to micromanage. I think the most efficient person that I've met as far as boxing is concerned for like true, like alt tab boxing is this guy named Elsewhere in chat. He 3 boxes regularly, and I've seen his setup, and he doesn't use any third-party assistance programs, and he does it super efficiently, but he stops around 75. Early EverQuest is not necessary, ISBoxer is better. Yeah, it's definitely not necessary in the lower levels, because most of the time you're just either auto-attacking, and then you can use auto-skill for whatever now, and then you could just, like, tab over to the other character. And now we're at the most exciting part of the stream here in just a second. And we're going to play gems. Because we have to wait on these guys to do their pathing. I love the encounter lock. Tried them all, was just testing. Would it be best for the next TLP? Auto skill? Yeah, just do / auto skill. And it gives you a list of your class abilities that you can use auto skill on. So it'll, like for rogues, if you do auto skill backstab, it'll click the backstab button for you. Definitely going manual next, yeah. gems. Let's go. Honestly, one of my best friends is someone who's coded a little bit for MacroQuest MQ2, and he's constantly trying to get me to try it because he plays on the Rizlona server, and I really don't want to because again, like kind of what happens on Rizlona stays on Rizlona. Made a mischief on FE? Hell yeah, man. I'll see about sending some gear over to you here in a second. You should get some pretty good twin gear. Rizlona is too far along, yeah. And it's massive, massive macro quest. Like teams of 54 people being boxed in macro quest. It's insane. I prefer not to box a full group, to be honest. Yeah, max I'll box as 3 characters. Like having room to invite others, yeah. See, you actually want to play the game. EverQuest, like we've always said, is best played with other people. Sometimes you just don't have that option. 3 characters is definitely perfect. It's not too much. You get a tank plus healer plus, yeah, and you're good to go. Could hang out at FE more often. We group up all the time. Yeah. Ion, you're always welcome to join us, man. Me and Ominous and this guy Pixel, like me and Ominous mostly, will hop in and we'll play a lot. We've been grinding our personas up. A lot of our personas has been spent with me and Ominous. The ADD in me gets angsty when I feel like a merc is sucking most of my EXP from the group, so I only run one merc at most. Yeah. Yep. That's one thing I wish they would change, is I really wish that they would change how much EXP they suck from the groups. Hey, what's up, bull boy? Good morning. If they let mercenaries give you the EXP bonus like a real character would, it wouldn't hurt so bad. Would a mage and enchanter duo be easy to box? Oh, absolutely. It'd be super efficient too. Because your mage could make the pet weapons and stuff, which would make the enchanter pet not so useless. Also, if you're charm kiting. Get a 6-box level 90 crew on FE I've abandoned. Yeah. Yeah. Magician is one of the easiest classes of all time to box. It's usually just sick your pet in and you're good to go. I got every item I ever wanted on my Mangler. Oh. Mangler, man, there's an old school. Hey, MMO viewer, thanks for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. Okay, the slow part is done. Now we can truly kill. What about Mage Beast? Mage Beast would also be awesome. It'd be a little bit more engaged, but Mages and Beast Lords are 2 of the classes that become the most solo efficient and higher levels because of their pet ability. Best 6 boxes Mage. Ion, you're not wrong. Does have pulling problems sometimes, yeah. If you make it to like the 70 plus range MMO, Beast Lord and Mage pets become so highly efficient that they essentially tank better than most tanks. Mage, yeah. If you get something like the Enhanced Minion perks on any of the 3 main pet classes, those pets become so efficient in the higher levels, it's actually insane. Like my Beast Lord right now, my Persona Beast Lord at level 84, my pet is yellow to me because of how good and enhanced it is. It's ridiculous how effective the 3 main pet classes are in the higher levels. Runs a 6-box and 5 of them are mages. Jesus. Hey, what's up, Grim? Earth Pet helps because everything runs low health. Earth Pet also helps because it'll root stuff and it won't run away from you. So if you have a damage shield going as well, it's automatically more efficient. On the second day of streaming, Vivi gave to me. There will be no Christmas tunes around here, sir. No, I'm joking. It's the day before Christmas. Christmas music is allowed now. You have to snare early on Classic EverQuest, yeah. Unless you're doing Undead, basically everything runs. And almost everything puts so on itself, so it'll like sprint when it's low health. Roll the dice and pray, yep. Especially in Sebelis, yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Pixel, how you doing, man? You have fun shopping yesterday? I saw your ranting a little bit in the Discord chat earlier. Early EverQuest is nice in some ways, though. It really is. It's the simplicity. It's the same thing I feel like we've talked about, like that Asmongold has talked about for Classic, for WoW Classic. It's the simplicity of it that makes it such a popular force. Isn't important, the Druid or Shaman for the most part. What'd you say about Discord? I said that I saw some of your ranting about people about Christmas shopping and stuff like that, and how you align with the Grinch sometimes. Oh, Pixel, here. Illusions 1. Look at this. I got some commands working finally. I got commands to show all the different illusions and stuff I have now. I'm so smart. Damage shield is more powerful in Classic too. It's more powerful also because everything has almost no HP in Classic. So damage shield is super. Nightbot kick himself for excessive spam? No. No. Look at that. It even works. You got Discord in there. You even have a lurk key now. For Christmas this year, I gave myself a brain and a Nightbot. Nothing worth selling. Look, want to sell Chronos, 7 million each. They keep pushing down the prices. Now you need Buttspot, yeah. Is there a Piranha suck yet, as there should be? Can you ban elsewhere real quick for me? I'm kidding, don't do it. Chennai and Staff of Transcendence, let's go. You know, I think we got both of those last time, too. Oh shit, we're already getting some rare items. We were just talking about Time's Antithesis a minute ago. I like him way too much to time out. Fine, I'll time out both of you. Oh, we even got the Ethereal Destroyer. Nice. We'll take that. We're getting some good weapons so far. Maybe we'll get you a Hammer of Holy Vengeance as well. Elsewhere. If you time me out, I lose mod. Burn the Piranhas. No! Never. Never. Never, ever, ever. Hearing. What if you roll usual classes but unusual races? Like, are you saying if they unlock the class race combo stuff, or are we just talking like if you did like a warrior dwarf or something? Because unfortunately, the class race combo stuff is still locked. Gnome warrior, human druid box combo. I mean, that's definitely an unusual combo. No one would beg you for ports, yeah? It's definitely... Ooh, look, we got a bow. That's definitely not the commonplace. I'm gonna see if I can have a map of the Karanos made into one of those glowing lamp things. Pixel, yes. Yes, 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 yes. If you're a halfling, you can port. I think that's pretty much expected, yeah. I don't know if they could unlock some combos since they don't have models for the right gear slots. I think that's the general assumption, Sebek is it's basically because they're lazy. But the thing is, Sebek is they unlocked all of that stuff with Heroes Forge. Like, you can be an ogre in a robe now. It's in the game, they just don't want you to get it for free. That's the problem. Like, all of the armor sets you can wear on all the races now. That's not the problem anymore. It's just simply because they just don't want you to have it for free. The animations, I think, might be part of the problem. Here. Can't make money if they give it away for free. That's exactly it. Like, it's all in the game. They just really don't want you to have it for free. Making money is what they're... Well, they have to. I mean... Look. My buddy had a custom license plate for free 99. Nice. Chapter 7 and 11 just for them? Yep. Okay, fingers are crossed, guys. We want a Song Blade of the Eternal here. That's what I really, really want here. That item is rare. Oh yeah, tell me about it, man. It is. And the 3 months on Mangler, yep. Cloak, neck, bracer. Staff of Transcendence. Might even say please on your behalf, as I know you won't. You don't know me. I might say it, I just might not mean it. Ah, no staff. But we did get the clicky for intellect casters. Alright, come on. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme. Hey, would you look at that? What V hears equals please, what we all hear. Gimme, 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 gimme. See? The gimme, gimme, gimme worked. We got one. It's because I'm here, it's true. I appreciate the help, Grim. Respect. Does the sell sword for a lot? Let's check. It depends. Right now, the only other one for sale. Oh. Grim. Sorry, I'm gonna have to relax my Nightbot a little bit. Don't worry about... Sorry, Grim. So the only run right now is 1.2 million. Is there a Gerplin illusion? Yes, there is. Where is my Gerplin illusion? Right here. Visage of the Gerplin. It is Song Blade of the Eternal. It's the... it hurts my... Yeah, buddy. I like how it holds the weapons too. They're sticking into my boobies. Yeah, it's called Songblade of the Eternal. It's one of the rare weapons from Planes of Power. It's the effect on it that makes it so beneficial. It's an overhaste for basically everybody in the group. Hey, Pixel, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, man. Almost as bad as the female ogre. It's pretty bad. What about this, though? It's nasty, but it looks cool. Oh, no, you want to see a really bad illusion? Let me see here. Where is bad illusion? Here. Here. You want to talk about bad? This one. Yeah. It's hands down, it's one of probably 3 illusions I'll never put on. You want to see something really scary? Classic movie line? Yeah. This is disgusting. This one is really nasty. And where's the fat pig? This. This one I just never put on. What guard illusions are there now? The only 2 I have is the dwarf guard, the dwarf sentinel, and the gnome or the halfling one. Yeah, it is. It's disgusting. Rivervale deputy. These are the only 2 that I have. I don't know if there's an extra one out there, but Rivervale deputy and the dwarf sentinel. I guess maybe the Fadark Forest Guardian might also count as a guard, but it's not like the actual like Kelethan guard. Rudite would be, yeah, and the Kinos guard one, that, yeah, both of those would be really good. I mostly just like the dwarf one because here, let me see if it actually. I like this because I can front flip. I like the fact that dwarves can literally just flip. And for some reason, females can't do it. Love the two-handed sword model. Yeah, it's a shame that they never let that be like one of the actual weapon models. Oh, speaking of weapons, man. We're getting some really cool weapons to drop for us. No Shinai the Ancients, though. Wasn't there a dark elf, dark version of it? Maybe? Maybe it was something they added later in the game, but it doesn't ring a bell for me. It dispelled yourself as a proc. That's priceless if that's the case. I could see them doing something like that from, what was it, Lord Saru, because he dropped the negative 99 stat shield. Because whenever he was beat before he was intended to be beat, the only thing on his loot table was the, like, negative stat shield. Nice. Earring and earring. No weapons, though. All right. That's Planet Time. How do you feel about the weapon ornaments? I mean, I love weapon. Most of them seem too large. Most of the in-store ones are too large. But if we're talking like Sword of Truth, here, I can't put that in there. Like Sword of Truth, I think it fits. It is a little bit too large, but I think it's part of like the comical aspect of it. But if we're looking at some of the other ornaments they add, I think they fit pretty well. As far as like the expansion ornaments and stuff like that, I think they fit pretty well. Wait a second. What is this? Oh, two-handed weapon. Huh. I don't know. I think most of them look pretty good. Obviously, the epic ornaments fit pretty well, but the in-store ones, not really. Or play FF7 where the sword is 2 times bigger than the character model. Yeah. Or Auron from Final Fantasy X with the big two-handed sword he always has slung over his shoulder. Looks like some kind of demented pole vaulter. That reminds me of animes. Like if any of you ever saw like the old Yu Yu Hakusho, talking about ugly. Okay, well as far as ugly, yes, I agree. A lot of them are pretty ugly. I think the only ones I have that are in store are it's like this Mana Forged one, which I think looks okay. And EverQuest 2, oh, that I can't vouch for. I'm super unfamiliar with EverQuest 2 stuff. My time spent on EverQuest 2 has been so short, mostly because I don't have anybody to play with. So I don't box, I don't do anything like that. So I'll hop in and I'll get bored probably within 2 hours. I have a picture of a Karen riding a T-Rex cow mount. Utter, oh my god. Read EverQuest 2 for a few hours, and even at low levels, I had 50 hot buttons I needed to hit every 2.5 seconds. Not for me. Yeah. See that it's a shame because that's the general kind of thought process that I've heard from people, is that a lot of people just aren't really big fans of EverQuest 2. I'm not a big fan of the combat, man. Like that's my biggest drawback. I'll see like the combat in the game, and I'm just really not a big fan. Stopped playing EverQuest 2 TLPs recently once I finished Kunark. I'm honestly still surprised that they even support EverQuest 2, but I guess there's still like a pretty good following of people who want to play. Again, no hate on the game. I'm just really unfamiliar with the game. Oh yeah, yeah. TLPs have the biggest population. Oh okay. Here, let me send this over to you elsewhere. Do you just want it on elsewhere or a different character? Otherwise, the game is dead, and that's a shame. Elsewhere? Okay. I got you, I got you. Do you just want that, or do you also want the shield? Because it's kind of a perfect pair. Or are you good on shields? Elsewhere. We'll say no to shield. I'm using Defy. Okay, here you go. Wolves were really valuable in EverQuest 2. If only they did that for EverQuest 1. Here, you're going to get 2 shields. We also have the Aegis of Judgment from Vexthal. One rogue was king of AE DPS and other single target? Really? Many thanks as always. The Karanas get a 2-hour truce. Rude. Oh, maybe I need to buy some of these. Those are the rank 2 spells. One debuffed how much damage a mob did. Other debuffed how much damage a mob would take. Oh. So they were actually, like, not just backstabbers. That's pretty efficient. And surprising. Let's see what lockouts we can do, because we've done pretty much all of Planes of Power. We did... Let's see... Every class was valuable in one form or another. If only they could do that for this version of EverQuest. Leaper's Tomb. What did we miss yesterday? Let's boot up a few other characters, and we're going to hit Pack V. We're going to hit some Gates of Discord stuff. Healers and tanks were balanced way better. Let's see here. We're just booting up a couple other characters here, guys, so we can hit some higher level content. Are there any cool monk weapons in Gates of Discord? Absolutely. There's one called Mind Reaper's Club, which is really good. It's a 2920 one-hand blunt. Phenomenal weapon for 65. Really like the class flexibility in Rift, even if no one played it. I loved Rift. I thought that was a good game. Just bring back having to drag corpses to get res back in Rogue's World. Will skyrocket again. True. That's the mace, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's not a super cool weapon graphic per se, but the like the glowing, it's the black stick with the glowing purple graphic on it was another cool one that monks could use. Suited me down to the ground. Let's see here. Sorry guys, just a second. We're just getting things set back up here with other characters so we can do some six person stuff. Yeah, that's one of my favorite graphics from Gates of Discord. I think Gates of Discord had some phenomenal graphics. They really utilized a lot of the glowing effects. Let's see here. Suspend. And have you ever tried EverQuest 2 Kunark? I don't think so. I want to say I think I only ever played like classic EverQuest 2. I did re-download the game and try it, I think last summer. But I didn't really go any very far into it. They copied WoW? What do you mean? Alright, we're going to be going to... Transport... The Timby. They made all the Kunark zones with stringing quest chains that force you to explore the continent, unlike in EverQuest 1. Oh. Yeah, that's basically what they started doing in future expansions. Like in all the new expansions and stuff like that, whenever you go into zones, you have like zone-wide quests that you'll do that will take you across all of it. As opposed to basically just, okay, here's the zone, now go kill stuff. And good luck. Does that start in Seeds of Destruction? I think that's where they start, like, they really, for lack of a better word, seeded the idea. And then it really continued through
all the later expansions. I want to say like 95 plus is where you actually start getting like the partisan quest, where you're exploring full areas. It really took full force like around, I think, the Darkened Sea, though, level 100 or 105. That's why the bulk of EXP you get is from doing missions and questing, as opposed to just sitting in a spot and grinding. You can still sit in a spot and grind and go from 100 to 125. It is just substantially slower. That kind of stuff has been in since Luckland for shard farming in every zone. Well, kind of ominous as far as keying and stuff like that. But not full on like, oh, talk to this person. Okay, go over here to this little corner. Now kill a whole bunch of these guys. Now do this, this, and this, and go over to this corner and do this, this, and this. What zone is this? This is Natembi. This is the entrance zone to Gates of Discord from the Abysmal Sea and Daria's Landing. Yeah, good old Gates of Discord. Now we're gonna start hitting some 6-person raid stuff. Oh, speaking of, I need to go back. I gotta form a raid before I get too far along. I forgot some of these zones actually require you to be in a raid. Let's see here. Let's kick you out. Raid invite. Yeah, we're good. We're in a raid now. So we're gonna hit like probably Sivu, Takfi, some Dragons of Norrath stuff. And the good news is, once we're done with this, we can actually switch back over to our Beast Lord and do all of it again. Ominous. One of these days. One of these days, my friend. I'll probably try Ukwa off stream first, so I don't seem like a complete and utter jerk doing it the first time. What fun is that? Oh shit, who gave me ranger buffs? Is Richter here? It's almost always him. Who casted this? I wish I could see you casted it on me. Oh. I knew it. As soon as I saw the ranger buffs, I was like, I bet it was not Richter. If you had all personas 125, could you do all these resets per persona? No. Unfortunately not creeping. That's one thing I think that they've talked about, but they said that they have no intentions of doing it yet. It should be locked per persona like they did on per character for Oakwind. Drive-by ranger buffs, yeah. As soon as I saw my attack almost at 7,000, I was like, nah, I got some ranger buffs from someone. 100% drive-by ranger buffs. Is Cynosure up, I wonder? He's not. Okay. Oh, hello. Come here, goat chick. Alright. We'll do some of these zones. And then we'll switch over to... We'll do Cebu, Takfi. Then we'll probably hit Dragons of Norrath, Omens of War. Some of the models in those gates were insane. Yeah. Like human centipede shit. Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite illusions in this expansion are the big forearm dudes that have like the swords. I think they're four-armed, but I'll show you. They're two-headed. Yeah, they really went otherworldly for those guys. I can't remember their names for some reason. Hey, Grim, thanks for the lurk, man. Okay, and these golems, I really want those as illusions. These golems are beefy as fuck, and I think they look really cool. I really want that illusion. That guy doesn't skip neck day, yep. He's like, what's his name, Liver King? Guys, I have steroids every day for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. See these neck veins? Aw, no dagger. There's only really a couple of bosses worth killing in here. That guy that I just killed, and then this dude, who's typically known for being one of the most annoying fights in the game. But it's okay. We don't have to care about that. Any elf shoe weapons? Oh, wow. I haven't seen this one drop in a while. Elsewhere, I got a new one-handed weapon for you. For your paladins. This is way better than Hopebringer. And Cloak. Haven't seen this one drop in a long while. Oh, old school EverQuest. We'll keep that going. Sounds like a plan to me. Hell yeah. Okay, let's kick these dudes out. Kick PEXP. What's it called so I can make a note? Long Sword of Execration. EXECRATION. Haven't seen that one, like I said, drop in a long while. And it's 65 usable, so it's like the perfect level range for you. It doesn't have the healing proc like Hopebringer does, but still. Okay. Yeah, you know me. I'm going to need that. We're going to run through again, and we're going to see if those other guys are up in the open world zone. Fastest way to Drunder. Gonna push my luck at 63. Oh, you'll be fine at 63 there. So, Plane of Knowledge, Plane of Tranquility. I'm assuming you mean Drunder and not Dunder, right? Yeah, Plane of Knowledge, Plane of Tranquility, and then it's the first stone on the right. Yep. It's the Circle of Stones. Mobs are 60 to 63 in the pit and ledges, yep. So as long as you don't do the Talon and the Valen Wings, those monsters are all like 67 to 69. And they also do the knockback and dispel. So yeah, as long as you stick with the pit and just keep an eye out, because if you go to the pit, there's the random stampede of 4s. And those guys are all like 68, 69. Oh, he's up in the open world zone too. Would you look at that? It's like deja vu. Nice. What do we get? Pretty much the same thing. Okay. General leveling question on live. How much higher levels did the Journeyman tank Merc handle without being too much trouble? 75 is when it really slows down, Jog. Like really, really, really slows down. Damn it, no elf shoe weapons. 75 is when it slows down because it's intended for you to have gear for them as well. I threw it in guild chat, but if I get a guild promotion, I'll throw some leveling stuff in there. Oh, here. Sorry, I totally missed it. Where are you at? Ranger. Is it Zoper? Here, I'm promoting you now. Also, if you're able to move stuff around, feel free to move and or change any other stuff around. You're a senior officer now. Feel free to do what you want with that stuff, because it's also pretty full in there. I've considered making like a second guild just for the guild bank. Oh, nice. Also, I like the graphics on those weapons. The blade in particular. Alright, let's kill this goat lady. She used to wipe raids in single hits. See, this is why I like these weapon upgrades, because I can probably finally do some of these encounters. When did you finally make new tabs for the chat? I know, right? Used to use that sword back on live. Yep. Ominous. I'm changing, man. I'm getting better. Small improvements at a time, man. I know it's a miracle. Oh, he's so trainable. We'll make an EQ player out of you yet. Eventually. Oh, look. We're getting some weapons, too. We got the overhaste clicky. Let's go. There's someone in the bazaar with the name Anal Zone. Not sure how that got through the filter. Wow. I need to visit them. Is that before or after Pound Town? Those are some towns I would visit. Both? Okay. Of course. Oh. Aw, damn. I thought it was the monk weapon at first. We got the druid clicky. See if any of this stuff sells, actually. Not bad. 2 million? What? Somebody's trolling. That would not be a 2 million platinum item. That's more realistic. I normally skip over this encounter, guys, because it's time locked, but we're going to give it a try. If I can kill this guy in a single hit, I really feel like I'm going to regret this. Nice. I normally avoid that guy because it could be a really long event. Mage dagger. Oh, 2 mage daggers. Normally that guy like splits into like 2 copies of himself, 3 copies of himself, 4 copies of himself, and it's timed, so it takes forever to do. Alright. So maybe we'll get a Rapier of Somber Notes, too. We can get us 2 of the rarest bard weapons in the game. You gonna stop feign deathing me? There we go. Okay, let's see here. What do we get? And I have a shield to give you. Do you already have one of these, Ominous? This sword and shield is like the best 2 things, best 2 combos for you. At least at 65. The Aegis of Midnight. And it looks really cool. Either way, I'll probably send it over to you just in case. Alright, fingers are crossed. Come on, come on. Bard weapon. Aw, man. Horrible with names. Did I say Ominous or elsewhere? This is what happens when I'm like texting and also playing EverQuest at the same time. It's very apparent that I'm not good at multitasking. Beast is 110, now he's coming along. Hell yeah. Nice, dude. Just got two 16 slot bags from loyalty vendor. Always useful. Yeah. Make sure you're spending those loyalty tokens, because if you have the, what is it? If you have, what, 5760, I think that's the absolute max. So you just don't accrue any if you're not spending them. I almost always use mine on character slots. But the bags would be useful too. They don't drop plat here. Oh, and Fortress of Zek, yeah. Use them on res tokens. I guess that makes sense. I was forgetting about res tokens. Silver caps out lower than that. Oh, shit. I didn't realize silver caps out lower than that. $28.80. I guess that's what, exactly half then? Free to play at 1440. So yeah, 1440, 2880, and then 5760. That's actually kind of insane. Nice. No extra weapons though. All right. Let's kill Mr. Wrinkly Raisin dude. Bags cost 1728, so theoretically free to play can never buy them. Sounds about right. Intended. Oh man, I'm so excited to tear up some leftovers here in a minute. But can't complain when being given things for free. True. Very true, very true. Oh, by the way, ominous question. Were you ever able to go through and find a good way to get through the Sisters event in Demi-Plane of Blood? Is that something that you were able to do again? Because I remember you talked about trying it. Because if that's something, if you were able to get through that, that'd be really cool to go through and do some of the new Demi-Plane of Blood stuff. If not, no worries. We got the tunic, robes, legs, and... oh, nice, the dagger. Okay, let's get out of here. And let's make our way over to... we'll do Omens of War next. Succeeded. Oh, okay. No worries. It's all good. No problemo. One of these days, I'll stop being a scrub and I'll go through and do that because I really want to fight Mayung Miss more. God, I can only imagine how annoying Solteris is going to be now with my weapon upgrades. Looking back at my notes, I wrote long sort of excretion. That is something else completely. Yeah. Like, what is it excreting? It sounds nasty. Sounds like a dirty sword. When you say fight, you mean backstab one shot? Yes. Some of them actually put back a little bit of a fight as we get higher level. You can go try it if you get bored enough. You're sat by your... Oh, here. Alright. Some of them fight back a little bit. Jog. Oh, elsewhere. Nice. Very nice name, dude. Hell yeah. All right. Terminal reroll syndrome, dude. It is the best guild name, right? Every time someone sees it, they comment on it, and I have to agree. It's phenomenal. Terminal reroll syndrome. Now it should be like terminal persona syndrome. Thanks, pal. Thank you all. It's phenomenal though. All right, let's go. We're gonna go check on. We're gonna go kill some stuff now. Some more stuff. We're gonna check to see if the Rift Seekers King and Queen are up, and then we'll hit Anguish as well. So if anybody on Firiona V needs a Globe of Discord for their 2.0, just throwing it out there. I can hook you up with an invite and you can come get yours. Oh, here. We have actually like the perfect illusion for this now too. I still need the queen or the king graphic. By naming all my paladins with very similar name, it's the only way I can remember who is who. Now with APs, that idea is completely blown out of the water. Oh shit, even Hulkroar is up. Oh, Crockpot. Nice name, by the way. Thanks for the follow, dude. I haven't seen Hulkroar up in a minute. Oh, he dropped the one-hand slasher, too. Nice. Are the BP components no drop? I know it's FV, but I know there are some things still no drop when I get the SKBP. I can check, Richter, but I really don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're still... I'm pretty sure they're up. They're droppable, but we can check. That's the Jarix vest or whatever it is, isn't it? I can definitely check. Because I'm sure we're going to get it to drop. It always drops. Yeah. So... you have improved trials of Matamuram 6 at a cost of 0 ability point. I just zoned into this zone. Why did it give me all those auto-granted for the first time? So I just got an extra 50 resistance across the board here. Did it give me the achievements because I've done Anguish now? That's really strange. It just automatically gave me all the Trials of Matamuram AAs. So hell. I'll take the extra 50 resist that I didn't have before. Interesting. Nothing like getting an extra... maybe it got reset due to Persona? Maybe. I don't... That's so strange. You have to do all the Miramite trials on the new alternate personas. I think you would, yes. Trials of Metamiram, yeah. Complete the Trials of Metamiram and proving... So I've never done those. I mean, I've done a couple of them on this character, but I haven't done all of them. And it just automatically granted me all 6. Okay. Cool. I'm not opposed to free resistance improvements. Damn. Maybe I need to bring all my characters over here and zone into Rift Seekers or MPG. This is the graphic I was talking about that I was saying. I really want this illusion. The 2-headed guys with the sword arm. That would be a sick illusion to get. Okay, we'll see if the king and queen are up here. Looks like there's already someone here. Turn your brightness down. It's RSS time sunglasses on, especially in the blue areas, man. Oof. And I don't even have the advanced lighting on when it gets really shiny. Lilac. Hello there. Aw, no Chilac's dagger. It's gonna really piss me off if, because I said I was on the way here, someone's already killed the king and queen. I just want to kill the queen. He drops like one of my favorite daggers of all time. He's up, sweet. You still creating low-level APs over the next few days? Oh, absolutely, dude. We'll probably actually do that here and just, once we're done doing these raids. Absolutely. Let me fucking target the queen. Jesus. Targeting in this game is so stupid. Come on. Damn it, no dagger. Once I get the required faction in Nurga, want to take a trio to Chardock B, so it might be a good idea for any class with anti-undead skills. Ooh. The cloak. Ah, no dagger. That's a shame. So I'm gonna assume, since there's another 125 here, that he's already killing the king. Let me check something real quick. Thing is still chasing me. Another super helpful player on FE. I've seen the name around. Oh, some old school EverQuest music. I think he does, yeah. He does a language lesson and gives away 20 slot bags to players. MVP. Oh man. Speaking of brightness, I feel bad for anybody who's like laying in bed and it's dark. I really need to buy these rank 2 abilities. I've been slacking on doing that. I could be doing more damage if I have the rank 2 versions of these abilities. I just don't want to spend any platinum. I don't want to have to buy more chrono. Wow. We actually found the king and queen up. And Shylac. Stop stunning me there, buddy. All right. Okay, we got the caster item. And... Ooh, that's a nice mantle. Sharpshooting 3, 45% haste. That's really good. Okay, we're going to teleport out here, and we're just going to run back through to Anguish. Oh man, I am so excited to tear up some leftovers. Yeah. Let's see here. Where? Okay, back to killing. And by the way, Richter, I don't know if I said it earlier, but if there's any loot that you can take out of the guild bank, feel free to. Because I think it was pretty jam-packed full of stuff. But if you want to like rearrange it and put some other good stuff in there, feel free to. So gotta remember to check for the chess piece item, see if it's no drop or not. The fact that you still see corpses just chilling outside of Anguish. Let me in. There we go. Still one of my favorite zones. The time I spent back here back in the day. Hey, what's up, Asoso? How you doing, man? How's the journey? Dude, we're having a good time. We got some really good loot today. Some really pretty good rare drops. We started basically the day off hitting what we missed yesterday. And then we've done we did all the elemental gods, Plane of Time, Cebu, Takvi, and now we're working our way through Omens of War as well. Probably hit Dragons of Norrath, some Demi-Plane of Blood. We'll probably go all the way up through Prophecy of Ro. Riftseeker's Heart, isn't that one of those items, I'm pretty sure? Because it looks to be droppable. Yeah, these items look droppable so far, Richter. It's for Bracer? Okay. So I'm assuming if that's droppable, then the chess piece is also going to be droppable. I have to do Anguish one of these days. I'll need 3 orbs. Asoso, if you want to join me right now, man, I can hook you up. Because these orbs rot. If you want them, if you're able to get here, that is, you're free to have them. But if you want to wait to another time, that's cool too. I 100% don't mind running through. Aren't quite able to get in yet? Okay, no worries. So whenever you're high enough level, if it's like 70 or so, just let me know. Because I think you have to be 69 to enter the zone. But just let me know and I'll run you through. Nice. Everybody loves a good 69 now and again. I will too if he's not around. Yeah. Ominous got you too. $65's at the moment, a little more to go. Okay. Sliver 2 R's. Or a 68 if you do me and I'll owe you one. Ayo. Ayo. Yeah, the walking stick is even tradable too, so I'm just gonna assume it's tradable. We got the bow. There we go. More of a fan of 88, where she gets 8 twice. Oh my god. Nom 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 nom. So we got Ominous, who's clearly a diver. What's 69 plus 69? Double the fun? Dinner for 4. Oh my god. Nice. I don't want to say 138. It's like the what's 6.9 a good time ruined by a period. Ask people what the speed limit of sex is. Most they'll say 69, then you say no 68 because if it's 69, you'd have to turn your ass around. That's a good one, Asoso. That's a good one. We've got the two-hander. Is this the H-Dex? Yeah, it's a H-Dex necklace. Good, good. I'm hoping we get some weapons here. Between Omens of War and Prophecy of Ro and Depths of Dark Hollow and Dragons of Norrath, there's some really good weapons. We're in this game a couple months ago, and someone helped me get my SK Epic last night and gave me 4,500 Platinum. This server rocks, and 2 people I'm into the game, and 3 your videos are to blame. Well, I'm glad people hooked you up. And yes, this server is awesome. You just delete these names, it's crazy. It's even better now with the weapon upgrades, man. Beforehand, sometimes they'd actually put up a little bit of a fight. Well, Crockpot, I'm glad you're back into the game, man. I'm glad people hooked you up. Fear in a V is known for having tons of really generous people, because most of the time we just want people to stay. We want people to get hooked and to come back and just stay. Most of us, myself included, just want to see people come back and stick around. And 3, he's clearly not sorry. Yep. Also, I'm glad my videos are to blame. There's been so many comments over like the last couple of years, whether it's on Twitch or on my videos, of people saying, man, I was just thinking about this game the other day, and your video comes across my feed, and guess what? I just reinstalled. It's always nice to see. And now we get to do the wonderful part of just waiting for this guy to spawn his buddies so we can actually move forward. I love time-locked encounters. And also, Crockpot, if you're still kind of low level, if you send me your character's in-game name, I'll send some stuff over to you. $66? Nice. Oh, so you're perfect level for some of these items we're getting here. What class are you playing? We can hook you up, man. We got tons of 65 loot today. We're getting tons of 70 loot. We're going to hit Omens of War, Dragons of Norrath, Depths of Dark Hollow, Prophecy Row. We get respawns here in just a couple seconds. Got his epic last night. Within 24 hours, it's obsolete. Started back on TLP and then went to FE. FE was cool, but the best server is Test. Everyone is helpful and friendly. No chrono farmers. Good small community that though. Yeah, Test has a lot of people who will just give away literally like raid tier stuff for 1 platinum because they yeah. What else is there to do? Sounds like crack dealer. I can hook you up. Yep. I can hook you up with the good stuff, man. Get you real addicted. What's nice about the test server is that it's literally free to play. Like, you don't need gold tier access for AAs. Seems pointless to have it there. Number one, test needs to have more insane bonuses than any other server to encourage people to really be there and test things. And it needs to get rid of the no drop tag. But I think if they did that, no one would play on FE or some of the other servers. I think that's a reason it does have the no drop tag. It has to have some drawback, otherwise no one would pay for the expansions. I love just waiting. Do they add new epics? No. Nope. The latest epics that they've ever added were the 2.5s. And those are basically just like a slight improvement on the 2.0s. That would be really cool if they ever revisited epic items. That's also true elsewhere, yeah. This is more than just a test. Put a fresh level 1 crew and I'm 112 on them all. I'm staying here though. So many main test, yeah. Like I said, because it's, for me, it's the appeal of the truly free-to-play aspect on test. You don't have to buy the expansions. You don't have to pay to play to get full access to the AAs. They should make a current epic since it seemed like they were creating expansions. If they did new epics, man, it would be so cool. That's one of the things that like EverQuest was known for back in the day was its epics. If they gave you new epics to chase, it would be really cool. I think you can make an argument for the class-specific items in Reign of Fear as Epic 3.0. I guess, yeah. You're right, yeah. He helped me with an epic, and the weapon he gave me blew the epic out of the water. Yeah. The only thing I can say is if you're playing like a Shadow Knight, you're still going to utilize that epic 2.0, regardless of whether it's equipped or not. You're going to use the clicky. Same thing with Rogue. I still use my clicky for my 2.0, and I'm level 125. Did they bring back the Worm Slayer? I think there's a higher level version of it. I think it's called Honed Worm Slayer. Yeah, Honed Worm Slayer. Yeah, it's level 105. Same thing as always, really high damage, really high delay. It's even got its own lore group because it's an evolving item. Bane damage dragon plus 56. So it's pretty damn good. SK Bard, Shaman clicks are still very usable. Yeah, a lot of the epic clicks are still pretty usable. I think the one that they nerfed into the ground the most was Necro. Because I think after like level 80, it loses 100% of its usability, like every level after level 80. I heard that name, evolving. What does it entail? Basically, the more you use it, depending on like how it evolves, it gets better. Druid Epic sucks, yeah. Cleric 1.0 probably best. Yeah, the res clicky. So, Jog, evolving items in this game, they evolve based off of what you're doing to get them evolved. Like, uh, some of the evolving items just get better by killing red con enemies in that expansion. Some of them are evolved by doing achievements and stuff like that in the expansion. There aren't a whole lot of evolving items these days. Yeah, the SK 2.0 has a clicky effect on it. Void got the real Shaman Epic earlier, TA. Yeah, times antithesis. Yeah. Yeah, the Epic 2.0 for SKs has a clicky that basically gives you lifesteal on all your damage done, if I remember correctly. So it's almost like a prerequisite for like raid requirements even to this day. Got the belt. Let's see here. Ring of the Beast. It's still usable at higher level, but there's definitely better ones now. I'm pretty sure it would probably just be resisted if you used it at higher levels now. But there are better slow clickies for sure. Screen shake, screen shake, screen shake. Ooh, look at that. The monk and beast lord. What level do you have to do what you do on here? Most of these raids you could probably do at like level 100 with ease. Like if you came through as a level 100 character you could probably do it pretty easily, yeah. Jarek's vest, here you go. Do you want one of these, Richter? I'll loot it anyways, just in case if you want it, but it's definitely tradable. Yes, please. Gotcha. I got you. No problemo. I look like the younger version of you. Trying to figure out the persona thingy on my 2001 cleric, turn him into a paladin. It's really fun. Hell yeah. What's cool is that lets you utilize characters you didn't think you'd ever use again. You know what I mean? Oh. Been playing for over 2 weeks. Haven't played? Oh, that sucks. Okay. TikTok is pissing me off. Let's see here. Adulting sucks. Yeah, the Epic Quest is one of the coolest things I don't feel like other games have done. They've done kind of similar. Like Final Fantasy XIV, you have what are called relic weapons and resistance weapons and stuff like that, where they're very similar in the idea of things that you do to get those items. Like I went through and I did the resistance weapons on Final Fantasy XIV for one of the Shadowbringers expansion that came out, and it literally took me probably 3 months of like doing things and farming to get those items. Like at one point, one of the steps was to do 180 raids for one of the items. So I think Final Fantasy XIV is the closest, in my opinion, that's done for like epics like that. But it's not much basically sitting in a spot waiting for an enemy to spawn to drop a rare item. Not so much that, much more like more evolved of doing repeats of things. And what's cool is you literally evolve the item like 5 times to get it to the max perk, and it's like 5 item levels higher than the best raid weapon you can get in the game. It's meant to be like better than perfect for your character. Because like the Epic 2.0s at the time for EverQuest, whenever we first got the Epic 2.0s, they weren't just better than the other items, they were like better. Leaps and bounds better, especially with the clickies and stuff you got from them. Put FF14 before Endwalker, have a level 80 every job. Nice. Got the two-hander. All right. Okay, so let's get out of here and get Richter his item real quick. Yeah, Crockpot. It still hasn't been really done by other games for the most part, to agree with you. It's just, they're similar to it in like an FF14, which is kind of disappointing why they haven't continued to evolve epics in EverQuest. It'd be really cool if they added like a whole new quest line and an expansion. They were like, oh, boom, here's Epic 3.0s. There you go. I got you. They could re-release the 2.0 based X packs and scale everything up. Yeah, imagine Omens of War scaled to 130 or something like that. God, could you imagine? I think any MMO that ever comes out needs to use the FF14 job system. I think that's one reason they kind of did what they did with Personas, you know what I mean? That way, you can truly invest as much time as possible into one single character. You know what I mean? Because now this is really helping me reinvest my time and effort into this single character. Having one character is way more exciting than having multiple. Yeah, I wish WoW did the same. It'd be funny if they ended up doing, kind of following along. All right, let's see here. Oh, dude. Oh, thank you, man. That hooks me up with a couple of rank 3s. Thank you very much, dude. FF14 was big brain for that. Oh yeah. V, when does your normal power leveling routine slow down? 85? 80. 80 is where it really starts to slow down. It's not as slow as it was before because now we have 125 buffs, but it does drastically start to slow down because the EXP of everything just will help you bring the pain even more. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I would say 80. It's going to be slow down. It's going to slow down even less because of 125 spells now. But 85 plus, everything just gives you like 0.5% EXP, and it just gets slower and slower and slower. So for sure, it slows down quite a bit. Okay, let's do, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? Dragons. We'll continue with Dragons of Norrath now. Lava Storm. We're going to kill some DON stuff now. And then from there, we'll go to Demi-Plane of Blood. And we'll do a couple of those fights. And then Prophecy of Ro, we could pretty much only do like Theater of Blood and like the first encounter of the tower. But we might be able to see if we can get a Death Strider's saddle. Pretty rare item. Let's see. Just running my druid on over so he can grab the instances for us. Hey, what's up, Beard? How you doing, man? As I'm getting stuck on rocks over here. Getting some EQ in today? Hell yeah. You playing on Quarm? Messing around on the... Is it a Shaman? Hell yeah. FP Group and Unrest. Awesome zone. Okay, let's see here. Hail. We'll start off with Test Donna first. Oh, I keep forgetting with Prophecy of Ro, we can actually do some of the missions in Arkstone too. Yeah, dude, we've been having a really classic kind of EverQuest session today. I went through and I found like all the old school song playlists on YouTube. So I've been listening to all the old school EverQuest music all morning. I can definitely tell that it's a Sunday afternoon on Furion of E because we're getting some server lag now too. Do classes have their own mounts? No, I think Paladin and SK do. I know SK does. I'm assuming Paladin does get their eventual own mount as well. But I know SK does. Is it the one in AA? Yeah. Pallies. Okay, yeah, Pallies do too. Unholy. Oh yeah, holy, unholy steed. Yep. I was gonna say I know I've for sure seen the SK one, but I'm not sure about Paladin. Wait, Paladins is a unicorn? Is it really? That seems like that would have been perfect for druids. SK plain brown horse, yeah. Unless they change the name, I've noticed a few name changes. Maybe it's better in the higher levels. Maybe. Ooh, nice. Okay. Best. Shield. SK has fiery feet though. Oh, that's right. I don't know why I'm just imagining like a Death Knight's mount. How long are the lockouts? For these events? I think these are 4 days. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, okay. Most of those are 6 days, 10 hours. So, like, looking at the ones I did today, like Plane of Fire, all that stuff, 6 days, 10 hours for the most part. A lot of the newer ones that are like raids and stuff like that for missions are all 4 days, 10 hours. They decrease them a little bit, like Takvi, Anguish. I think a lot of these are like 4 days now. We should get teleported out here in just a second. Grab this new one. Collections of silver. There we go. This way we can zone out and just turn around and zone right back in. The only one I'm not going to do is Vishimtar. I'm not going to waste 30 minutes of my time fighting Vishimtar. He drops a cool weapon and all, but it's such a long fight for so little. It would be nice if AP had storage area, so oh man. King, I've been complaining about that since it happened. It is such a big problem. It's ridiculous, like the extra storage space that's required. Even if I had to pay for it, if I paid for it and like each of my personas got like their own bank, that would be badass. Or just a Dragon's Horde type system where everything is shareable and movable between them. But even FF14 has that problem, where if like each of your characters they share the same like item storage and everything, so it's even a problem in a much more modern game. Makes the whole idea still kind of bleh. It is very annoying, especially because like look at me, I already have like 6 personas, so it's rough. Got 2 sets of legs, an eye. Yep, DON. Next up, we're going to hit End of the Storms, Yarlir. I don't have any issues with FF14 storage. Oh, I definitely did. I had tons of storage issues, man. Especially, it wasn't so bad once they were all max level, because then you just have 1 item per slot. But if you have like a white mage that's level 60, a scholar that's level 80, you're a hoarder. Hey, hey. Is this an epic on your Winchester character? I mean, this was my original Winchester character, but I renamed him, yeah. Valley AA is Valiant Steed. Oh, it's a unicorn, yeah. Yeah, having a set on each character on each class isn't that big of a deal if they're all like max level. But if you have like multiple characters like that are all different levels, you've got all the different items for the level ranges. Holy, hollow, then valiant. Ah. Let's see if we can get us a one-hand blunt from this guy. But after this, we're done with Dragons of Norrath. We're gonna teleport back and let's go to Demiplane of Blood after this. Man, still such a good looking dragon graphic. If I could have that illusion, I'd be so happy. Garleer. Yep. Oh, the katana. Okay. I'm not opposed to that. That's okay. Let's see here. Ask. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. Vishimtar is like a twice a year event, if even. Don't want a dragon killer? I would love to get a dragon killer. Do I want to spend like the 35, 40 minutes to do it? To get a chance at it? No. It's funny because I used to argue with tanks and my guild for that dragon killer because they were like, it's not a rogue weapon, it's got a heal on it. You don't want a heal weapon. Shut up, bitch. I want the weapon I want. It's a great rogue weapon. Just because it's got a heal on it doesn't mean it's not good for a rogue. What if a rogue wants to solo? But it's better for like a ranger or a warrior. Get out of here with your incorrect opinions. Just pray you get a triple crit assassinate. Unfortunately, it wouldn't even do anything, Day. With the updates that they made with the encounter locked and percentage locked bosses, you can't bypass it. You can literally only do as much damage as the HP to get it to like that locked percentage. So say I could probably hit him for 5 million and it would still only do as much damage as it takes to get him to 25%. It's the same thing as like Warden Handbar. Ever since they did the fixed encounter locked stuff where you can't out DPS it. Now, if they could do that, I would actually be okay with them doing that on Solteris events, so I wouldn't have to unequip my daggers. I would actually be happy if they did that. Make them like encounter locked, so I could just wait on them to be fixed So I could do 20% damage. Okay, there's another image to spawn. Okay, kill this. Okay, another 20%. Okay, now there's another image to spawn. I would actually prefer them to do that on those bosses. Is there a musket AA for SK? I feel like I could mess something up in there, and I really couldn't get any guides or builds on the games. For SKs, I mean, obviously you want the defensives as fast as possible, but if you're not doing auto grant, crockpot, if you're not doing auto grant, that is, I would focus on the defensives, and then I would worry about anything else. I think there's a feign death AA that you end up getting. Anybody who's an SK main here can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a feign death, like instant cast AA you can get. But the defensives for sure. Death Piece, yeah. Crit, Life Tap, Mortal Coil. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely like the defensives and like the instant cast FD that would be really beneficial for you. But if you're gold status and you have auto grant on, it's going to get you all the important stuff first. Which as an SK is super beneficial because I think SKs right now have like 81,000 AAs. SKs and Shamans are going to be the first to break and do 100,000 for sure. So it's recommended to auto? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because auto grant will get you basically everything aside from maybe the trade skill AAs. But after like 75, SKs just have so many AAs because they also start getting the pet AAs and stuff like that too. Yeah, definitely auto grant. No doubt. My main is SK, yeah. Defensive AA than anything that helps keep you alive. Yeah, if you're just doing auto grant, you're going to get all the AAs that you need. But unless you really just want the experience of grinding AAs again, I would recommend auto grant. That way you can purely focus on leveling. Because otherwise you're going to have to get to like 60 and then grind for AAs, and then 65 and then grind for AAs, and then 70 and then grind for AAs. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. But otherwise you get free AAs all the way up to level 115. Yeah, day. It's always 3 expansions behind, I think. So yeah, up to 115. Does auto grant work on alternate personas as well? Yes. It won't automatically give you AAs on like a low level persona, but say if I switch to my level 80 Beast Lord and I level up and hit 81, he's also going to get auto granted up to 81. Needs to cut down AA numbers and spells. They need to get rid of a lot of the bloat. They really do. King, I've been saying that if they could do a squish, it would be really nice. Because like here, to give you an idea, combat stability has 103 levels now. 103 levels. And I think to get to the from 102 to 103, it cost you like 50 AAs or something. There's so many. It's ridiculous. If they could cut everything down to like 10,000, that would be cool. But yeah. It just goes back to what I've said before, that they don't have the time and the resources, or they won't devote the time and resources, I should say, into doing that. Because if for me personally, if I have to choose between either a badass 25th anniversary event or them reducing number bloat and stuff like that, I would say just give us a badass 25th anniversary event. They're clearly devoting more time and effort into the game than they have in the last decade because there's more players playing and spending money. Nice, we killed them on first spawn. Got the arms. The sharpshooting mask. Nice. What are we still playing? Oh, we've already gone to a whole nother playlist. Nice. All right. Now, next boss is going to be the big bat, which I'm pretty sure he can drop the pet minion belt. Hey, what's up, Bale? Welcome in. They're always consolidating AAs. The Theft of Life would be a good one. 3% exceptional heal life tap. Yeah. It'd be nice if it was more consolidated, though. Ominous. But is 3% that much of an improvement? With considering how often you use life taps, absolutely. As an SK, especially in the higher levels, you'll be using life taps a lot. But yeah, absolutely. All right, what do we get? Aw, man, no belt. Ferocity 6 mask there. A helmet, there we go. We got some stuff to send you. Didn't they say they were working on something in the works with EverQuest and they have like 30 million towards it? Supposedly, the EverQuest sequel that is supposed to start in production in 2025, that they've devoted $30 million in resources to because it's their biggest IP. Supposedly, King. Everyone's got their theories and stuff like this. I think it's going to be an EverQuest mobile experience because I think they're trying to modernize and involve it into like a money-making machine. So I think it's going to be a mobile experience. Not to be like a negative Nancy about it, but that just seems like the next logical step for them would be something that they can profit more off of. But I would love to be wrong 100%. Like I would be, elated. That would be a total flop if they do it. Because I mean, it's a modern experience that a lot of EverQuest fan base wouldn't be a fan of. So I would love for it to be like an EverQuest reboot. Yeah, Eulogy the Bloodthirsty Blade, man. I hope he drops it. Either that or the Flesh Carver. Wait, but they said it would hold true to their hardcore experience. It could be a hardcore mobile game. And I'm not even joshing. I'm not being sarcastic about it, but you know what I mean? EverQuest Immortal, LOL, yeah. I'm not joshing. I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely think it's going to be a mobile experience of some kind. Nice little 6 million backstab there. Like I said, I would love to be proved wrong. I would love for it to be an EverQuest reboot of some kind, where they invest the 30 million into EverQuest, or an EverQuest 3. But y'all saw EverQuest Next and what happened, right? Probably wouldn't play a mobile EverQuest. Yeah. Would probably make more money than live. Exactly. Who was it that says that their SK is I think it was. Is it Crockpot? So Crockpot, I've got some level 70 stuff I can send you, man. I've got a lot of EverQuest stuff. Not a lot of EverQuest stuff. A lot of level 70 stuff. EverQuest 2 and EverQuest Next, I hope they learned. Yeah. Frogler? Okay. Oh. Ominous, dude. That was literally like 10 seconds too late, man. Crockpot was taken. Gotcha. Oh, that was like as soon as I hit it, and then the message popped up, man. Sorry, dude. This next weekend, though, we have like what 4 days. So on Wednesday, or sorry, Thursday, we could probably try it again. And I'll be down to try it again. Okay, let's send this stuff over to our buddy here. Yeah, we've got a lot of SK stuff to send you, man. If I win, I can add you back in whatever. Oh, hell yeah. That would be cool. I'd be down. You said Frogler. Okay. Don't worry about it, man. This stuff is just going to sit on a character otherwise. Frogler. Frogler. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it at all, man. I'm not expecting repayment for this. Let's see here. We'll have lots of stuff ready for you to use at level 60 or level 70. We'll even send you some 65 stuff. I think I've got some. Hey, happy Christmas Eve, Craig. How you doing? Now I got like a full set of stuff to send over to you. Here. Yeah, you're just doing me a favor by taking these items off of me anyways, so don't worry about it. Bring in the beast. Here, that's got a good clicky on it you're going to want. And the good news is whenever you're done with these items, you can just move it to another character. What's nice about all this stuff being free trade is it can just be passed from one character to another. You still got monk stuff laying around, send them my way. Okay. Oh, dude, I definitely got some good monk stuff here for you. We got some good chess pieces and stuff like that. Okay, you should be good, Krog. Or Crockpot. Frog. I don't know why I'm mixing up your names now. Okay, so let's see here. Grim, what's your character's name? I'll send some stuff over to you now. Grimpon? Okay. Been busy lately flying out to visit my girlfriend in Texas until the 7th. Hell yeah, man. Okay, we'll send some stuff over to you. Grimpon. We got plenty of stuff to go around. And as usual, like I said, if you don't need these items, feel free to do with them what you want. Whether you give them away, use them on a different character, or something like that. Oh, I didn't even know that was it's a minion of Discord cloak. I didn't know that was a thing. I guess that drops from the queen. I'd never seen that before. And pass them down to someone else? Yeah. If you ever see that there's someone else in need, keep it flowing. Yeah, buddy. Let's see here. Was it Monk that you said? Minion of Discord. There you go. So this is going to be like a mixture of level 70 and 75 stuff, I think. Or sorry, 65 and 70. Here. Cloak. Third Monk Beast Lord. And I don't know if you're free to play, but here's some augments you can probably use. Those are both mana, never mind. Just bought 9 20 slot bags from Rasham. He said they were free, but gave... Hell yeah. Hooking you up, man. Hooking you up for sure. Okay. There we go. We cleared out the bags a little bit. Look at all that space. Hell yeah, man. We just got rid of like an entire bag's worth of just loot that was going to sit anyways, so... I am happy with that. Okay, so what did we do last? We did Semi-Plane of Blood. Next up, we can go to Theater of Blood. Actually, no, let's do Arkstone first. Arkstone, before I keep forgetting. Question to loot those AoWins, can they be used by bards too? Yeah, they're usable by all. So if you want one, just let me know. I clearly have plenty to send. Yeah, it's all. Every class can use that. They're clicky from inventory, yep. I don't know if I have enough to give you one, man. I mean... I don't know, man. I think I just have like 26 in my inventory. Man, whatever, Elemental. I'm gonna send you one. Going for a deluxe toolboxes mostly to those 20 slots at least. Yeah, buddy. I want to see that bag get full. Well, that's good to know. Wanted something other than Gnome? Any other illusions I might be able to farm? Yes. Once you get into Vexthal, you can farm Human Illusion, Fire Elemental Illusion, and Skeleton. Also, a different Skeleton Illusion. This Tiny Bone Bracelet. And also you can farm Shrink Clicky. In Vexthal, yes. Yeah, make sure you have the lockpick on your bard. Vexthal, the room of many hallways and locked doors. Is it this guy that? There we go. I think this guy's going to be over here. Vex is harder than what we did yesterday. Yes, they have much more HP. Ixar Hide Mask, I might go camp that. Yeah, you can camp that in the Trakanon's Teeth. You have to do the tracker cycle, I think it's called. There's a questable Ixar Mask too. Yeah. Forager cycle. Yeah. That one. Oh, he's not up. Well, shit. So, kick P. Ask. Yeah, it took me about 6 hours of farming on my druid. Just going from like forager to forager. Okay, let's try that again. Not this guy that's in the open world zone. Secondborn. Here we go. You can also go through and farm any of the old school masks, like the halfling mask, the dwarf mask from Sleeper's Tomb. Anytime I think Kunark mobs had high HP, I remember Lucklin mobs. Yeah. Lucklin mobs had twice the HP for no reason. You have an emulator or mini with better numbers than the live game, it kind of sucks. Honestly, as a player, I hope it stays forever. I own EverQuest, I would shit that. Oh, yeah. The emulated servers and stuff. Talking about Quarm and P99. I think that they've done it in good faith. They've kept them open and stuff in good faith. Because they know that there's a whole crew of people that would prefer to have that. I think they make more money by keeping that good faith than anything. Why is he not up? Is there a glitch with these camps for some reason? Oh, he's just already dead. It's not my own instance is what the problem is. Well, shit. That's lame. 2 of the different bosses we've come here to kill so far have already been murdered. They can make it, though. They can, but I think they would make less money. And I can have a total population of around 2k at peak hours. Yeah. Would I rather see those players on Agnar? Absolutely. Yeah, use your EXP potion if you've still got that going, Elemental. I don't think you would be doing him dirty. Stop making TLP with new expansions dropping every couple months. Write it out. Yeah, that's what we whenever Ion was in here earlier, we were kind of talking about if they did an Agnar server that's revolving. So it's a slower pace where they're open for like 6 months at a time for the expansions. And then you have Planes of Power, which would be open for like 6 months. And then after they've gone through that cycle, they dump all those characters onto the Agnar server and restart it. If you click it, it gives you it's a permanent AA bonus where you get like an extra 25 attack or something like that. There's even one that gives you like a permanent haste, permanent over haste that stacks with all other things. So we're not going to do any more of these guys. We're going to teleport back. Keep in mind, though, that 2K is split between 2 PvE servers and a PvP server. Yeah. Since it's quested, is it still no drop on FE? That, yeah. I'm not sure if Richter knows. Yeah, but it should be still no trade. A lot of the actual quest items like that are still going to be no trade. Just like the Jan's Veal, just like the Afridi Death Visage. Okay, so let's teleport over to Theater of Blood instead. Ba-ba-ba. Haven't done many quests yet, so I wasn't sure. I gotcha. Yeah, I think the illusion quest items for the most part are all still no drop. Made sense to be no trade still. Yeah. Let me see. Let's go back to Luckland. Here we go. We'll see if these guys are even going to be up. Since it's an open world zone, we might not get lucky, but looks like Maestro is up. Haven't seen you go this far killing stuff. Usually just catch pop stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't normally go through and do this stuff, but since there's actually some people in chat who could benefit from this gear, I've been wanting to go through and kill it. Kill these guys, just see if we can get some extra stuff to drop. I would do Soul Terrace also, but with how much more damage I'm doing now, it would actually just be such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I got nothing but time now. This is day 2 of 10. Nothing but time now. Ooh, a Cleave 6 ring. I know a guy. I mean, like I said, we could always do Soul Terrace, but man, it would just be such a pain in the ass now with how much more damage we do. And it took me, what, 2 hours to do it last time? I would be really happy to get another Werewolf Illusion, but I don't know about spending another 2.5 hours beating my dick against a wall. I'm all about fun, but ugh. Black the Cruel, he's over here. I would really like to go through and beat up Sleeper, but since he is locked behind Secrets of Fadewar content, I don't know who here would have access to hook me up, because I'm still too lazy to do that. Every time, he always dispels the fucking levitate. Every fucking time, without fail. Here. Good thing we got pocket levitate. Yeah, we'll hit Death Kneel as well. We're only going to be able to do the first encounter, the one that drops the Death Strider's brittle. Because I can't multi do the traps and the encounters and stuff all the way down to A and E row. Where is the... There's the big bush guy, thorn bush. Yep. He's actually not up. That's kind of surprising. Where Mad Mary, Maestro, Anastasia. Here we go. Over here. Then we go click on the tower. It's funny these guys only drop one item, though. I guess it's just because they're open world raid bosses, and I think they have a pretty quick respawn timer, too. Alright, let's go up to tower. Orc stomp, orc kill. Yeah. Oh, she's up too now. Nice. Everyone loves a screeching banshee. Sharpshooting 6. There we go. So out of the Mercy, which one is best for SK? Oh, out of the Mercs, which one is best for SK? Is that what you're asking for the mercenaries? So with your level range, I would still say the tank is going to be best. Tank is probably going to be best for you up until about 75. Then from there, it's probably going to be better for you to use a healer. Because healer mercenaries are good forever. But tanks at first are pretty damn good, especially journeymen. Not the smartest. I sat and wondered how I'd sneak my little alternate persona into some raid zones to gear him up. Just go in the main character and loot. Yep, there you go. Same, Jog. I've had that thought too. Hey, what's up, Shadow? This is the waiting around forever raid. You got it. Because it's meant to be timed. We're supposed to kill all these guys before they get up to their prospected areas. But since I kill them so quick, it's basically kill them, wait for the ads to spawn, and stand here and wait. The raid. And it's basically kill them at first, kill the ads that spawn in, wait for the chest. The raid. Welcome back, Shadow. Oh, is that's Ancient Ixar? Oh, and it increases your faction too. Richter, does it when it says Ancient Ixar, is that just a plain Ixar graphic? Or is it like an actual different Ixar? Because if it's a different Ixar, I'm gonna need to get that. It's just a plain. Damn it. I'm Ixar dibs, yeah. Damn it. I was gonna say, dude, if that, because that makes me think like this says Ancient Skeleton, and it's actually the old school skeleton graphic. There are two other Ixar Illusion skeleton version. Ixar Master Race, damn. A lot of people love Ixar in chat. Because I know I have the... Where is it? I have one of the old school Ixar graphics. The Ixar... Well, it's not old school, but it turns you into an Ixar skeleton. Where is it? Strange Bone Mask. This is the Dusty Ixar skeleton, but it's not the old school version. Gnome is Master Race, Rogue is Master Class, always will be. Can I get some buffs, please? I want to level up some more today. Yeah. Where are you at, Shadow? I've got my Druid Enchanter just chilling and playing Knowledge. And also, what level are you? Because that's what determines only 13? Okay. So if you... Do you know where my characters normally stand in Plane of Knowledge? I'm like by the bridge next to Plane of Tranquility almost. I enjoy gnome toast with the spicy garlic sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. You know what gnomes are good for? Throwing them into walls. They're basically good for football. Also forgot to get a Merkin tutorial. You can get one in Plane of Knowledge. You don't have to get through the tutorial for that. If you hail any of the NPC guards, you can get mercs from them too. Yeah, you might have some claim mercs too. Like I've got the Whaling Contract, Discordant Contract, Fungal Fiend, Relosian Goblin. Depending if you bought any of the expansions, you should have some pretty good claims too. They're not any more special, but they're just unique graphics. Still lots of bag space here. Any best spots to level at 66? So Crockpot, I would say it's 66. I would be leveling at either A, the level 55 hot zone, or sorry, 65 hot zone, or B, I would be leveling in Plane of Fire. because the 65 hot zone is going to be easier content, and they give bonus EXP around 35%. Or at 66, you can kill Plane of Fire enemies, and they're going to be good for you all the way until like 75. But solo or grouped is also important. Also, Shadow, let me know if whenever you're in front of my characters, and I can hook you up with some buffs. So, I can also get you some really, really good buffs as well, Crockpot. If you go to like the Plane of Tranquility Stone, Crockpot, I'm gonna hook you up with some Druid buffs. They're level 100 Druid buffs, which means you're gonna be able to obliterate basically anything that you want. I got my Druid over there. I'll hook you up. Another place I struggle and die real fast. What's a place that you die real fast? What if EverQuest was cross-platform console game? I think it would be cool. King, I just don't think that they would ever utilize the resources to make it controller friendly. Bastion mobs are 60 to 63, so you would get within 5 bonus EXP. Not sure if you can solo. With the buffs, that if he comes to me, I can get him some buffs. He'll be able to solo for sure. At least to get you up to 70. It'll be slow and steady, but it's reliable. And I think we're just about done with this. We've been here for like 10 minutes now. Under attack, no worries. Come on. Spawn, baby. Alright, I'm done with regular EverQuest music now. Let's turn on the playlist. Oh, Shade Weavers, nice. A lot of these places I have a hard time finding too, even when I look up on Google. There's a zone path guide that you can click on if you have any issues. Just go to navigation and then zone guide. And this will tell you how to get from one zone to another. You'll click on your starting zone and you'll set start, and you'll click on the zone that you want to go to and click start set end and show path. Then it will tell you